hit dice.
God only knows. I think it's a D8.
What are you playing?
Warlock.
That's a D8.
That's a D8.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Amanda.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Like,
It's unforgivable, Amanda. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Take your rolls. 19.
I
We're
got
leveling up characters to 8 now?
Side
Right.
quest characters up to level 8.
Okay.
We got to give Captain T a fighting chance.
I know, right? Please and thank you.
I was gonna make you do it at a lower level, see if you could do it.
That'd be interesting.
It was like, roll me 7 hit dice. And he's like, he made a valid argument about them being the same level.
I'm in it for the story, you know?
I think it would be interesting. I mean, to have her, because she's
I
super
mean-
confident in herself, to have her beat on her ass like that might be really interesting,
I mean,
Good
it'd be
character development.
interesting. I
It
want
wouldn't
to
be
see
the
it.
first time that someone that's a lower level almost killed a party member with Sniper King.
Well, Sniper King almost kicked my ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
a 42-year-old man being beaten by a child.
Darn kids.
A child with a
I don't
genius mind for
would have been on
explosives.
Erling's side in that fight.
Wait, is Sniper King on our boat or is on the other boat?
I have no idea where anybody is right now, so we'll just have to figure that one out.
He's somewhere.
The way I understood it was everyone that was an NPC got put on the second boat. And
No,
all
we
the
needed a
PCs are
couple
on the first
more.
boat.
Except for
We needed a
Fishing
couple
is
more
right.
to to actually sail, yeah.
And
In
Boblin,
case we had to leave our boat for any reason.
and
Right.
obviously Boblin is MVP.
Boblin stayed on the main ship. I remember that one.
No, I thought he was on our ship.
The main ship, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I still think that. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we have Oceanus on this ship, on the main ship.
Yeah. Didn't you have it on the page? Like who was on which boat?
No. Oh wait, I did. That's on the map. Let me move this over there. All right, main ship. We got main crew plus Oceanus and Bob the Goblin,
Thank God.
and then side crew is Daddy the Father, Larry Moe and Curly Joe, Madam Clearlove, Izzy, and Sniper King and Gillian. I did that just for you, Rachel.
Thank you. I realize
You're welcome.
that.
I'm gonna cure you of this one way or another.
Oh no.
She's like, please don't.
Oh God, no.
So the I think, yeah, if 5e rules are to be interpreted correctly, with the side crew, you would have more than enough crew to actually man the ship, the main ship.
That's cool.
I'm trying to remember what the actual crew sizes were. Bark.
There's so many things to transfer. I don't even know where to start. Oh my goodness.
Well, if you want to, you can use D&D Beyond for this session since it's already configured for you. And just let me know what your rolls are.
I can do 3D. Wait, 3D8. I'll do those rolls real quick,
Oh, that's
and then I'll add that to my D&D Beyond, and then I'll work on transferring everything
Oh.
onto Roll20.
1, 1, and a
Wow.
6. I'm rolling.
Wow.
I need to not use Roll20's dice because I'm rolling bad. All
8,
right.
a 3, and a 6.
8, 17. That's what you take.
I
Would
think
you also be able to do 3d8 for Farah?
I will. I'm going to actually roll them on my dice so they're a little more fair.
the curse which we've been having with low rolls is going to be broken tonight, y'all. I have a feeling.
We had our Constitution, right? Not Dexterity.
For your health?
Oh,
Yeah.
Help?
Yes, your Constitution, Amanda.
Constitution. That's
How
what
long have
I'm
you been
sorry.
playing this game?
Shut up, okay? It's been a day.
I forgot.
I know I
to
fucked
add
up
that.
Phelan's real bad, so I'm trying to make sure I don't
No,
do that. I don't know how I messed it up.
It's your die roll plus your con for your level. And if you do it on D&D Beyond, you just have to input the roll die and it'll auto calculate your con into that roll.
I only know how to override it. I don't know how to be like, hey, I add X amount. I only know how to override it. So I don't be like, hey, I rolled for HP.
So
So.
I believe, let's see here. There should be. I think it's the HP modifier is what you add to. I don't know. It used to be more clear what you added to the roll number. Oh yeah. Triple eights. So 24 for Medrin.
Dang. Nice.
I know who my primary target is for the side session.
Also, I didn't realize until I was talking with Rachel, because she's like the only person I actually talk to, about Farah's age. She's only 13. She's a baby.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
goodness.
What? What?
Yeah.
Baby bird.
She is indeed a baby bird.
I don't remember what ship. Ryan, do you know what ship I gave you guys?
Oh, I think I got it. Arch.
Because they only have 5 ships here. Not a whole lot of options, and I don't remember what I gave you guys.
We're using the Fortune's Gold as a single sail sloop.
Right. Not helpful.
What were you looking for?
Crew size. Yeah, they don't have a mid-range ship. They have either basically a rowboat or a giant galleon. They don't really have anything in between.
I vote not
So
the
what you
rowboat.
have for the Fortune's Gold is a ship.
So I think I based it on the keel boat. No, that's not right.
There's the Brigantine.
Yeah, I think I based it off of the 5E stuff.
Masted ship.
I don't know. Does anybody have stats for a boat?
Yes.
Okay, actually, I here it is. A sailing ship. You guys are running something that's roughly 100 feet by 20 feet. Ah, yes, a sloop. That'd be accurate. So a crew of 30 plus 20 passengers, 100 tons. So Ryan, if you want to write down, it's called a sailing ship in 5e.
Or the Fortune's Gold or the Mystery Machine.
Both are the same. So sailing ship for both. And that is in the Ghost of Saltmarsh, Ships of the Sea, Sailing and Warship, subsection. So, yeah, each of these ships are running real lean at the moment, even with the side crew added. But since the Fortune's Gold is more of a merchant's vessel, it's more along the lines of a sailing ship and not a warship, because it was meant for mercantile business. So it's got a higher cargo capacity than the warship. Yeah, for anyone looking, that's it.
And Lucas, would you actually mind rolling me 3d10? Because I think Brutalitops is going to multi-class. instead of going straight.
Ooh, yeah, I'll roll some d10s.
You getting an action surge?
Rather than just the feet.
Gonna be a battle master?
I've been looking at those combat maneuvers for a long time. I want to start trying some of those.
Oh yeah.
Two 10s and a 5.
And Amanda, I just add that to the total for the 8th level barbarian as well, right?
Yeah, funny guy. It's cool. Cool.
Plus your con and dex, right?
All right.
I didn't say con and dex. I said was it con or dex?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just messing with you, Amanda.
Gosh. I was like, I didn't think it was
And that's
dex.
how your
but dex
wizard
would
had
be
more
eight.
HP than Rafal. Uh-huh.
I really don't think so, but I know I obviously screwed up something. So I was just double checking.
It's been the same for 5 years.
I know, but you know what? Okay? Okay?
She's used to playing really squishy characters,
I
and
know,
then she
I know.
played some characters that weren't so squishy, and she was like, "Oh, this must be what life is like all the time." And then she went back to playing a squishy character, and she was like, "Oh."
I couldn't handle it.
I thought it was funny.
Couldn't deal.
I was re-listening to Nick's one shot that we did. Was it the Emerald
Oh.
City or whatever it was?
Curse of the Emerald something.
Oh my gosh, I would
Yes.
have to. I was trying to remember stuff about that, and I couldn't. And I finally remembered why, because I have nothing written down about it or anything.
Yeah.
And I remember why. It's because I pulled that session out of my ass, like
Yeah, you
2
said
hours
you
before
off the
we
top of
started.
your head. Yeah, just
Yeah.
straight up.
yeah.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
It was a good session though.
But
It was
Amanda
fun.
was like, I took 120 hit points for you. And I was like, I haven't been hit. Welcome to being a barbarian. It was good.
It's because your weapons are inferior.
Oh.
I specifically stated in that campaign, or while we were playing, that I was going to pick up every weapon and say that it was her character because she was a blacksmith. And I said, oh no, they missed because it was yours and it had your initials on it.
That was
So much fun.
untrue. Untrue, okay?
Slander.
Slander. And at one point I was like, you know, I could just kill the whole party and walk away because half of them were asleep and half of them were unconscious. I was like, I haven't been touched yet. I could just kill everyone and walk away. But I was a good leader. And I revived everyone using their own resources, not mine.
Like good leaders should. I'm sorry.
Exactly like good leaders should.
Speaking of leaders, who's the leader at is Ascari going to be the captain now?
We'll
I
have to
guess
find
we're gonna
out
have to
in the
find out.
story. I think Ben didn't say when he would show up, but we can get into it if you guys want to.
I'm ready.
I can be ready. I'm just slowly transferring stuff over. So
It
ready-ish.
might be easier for the side quest crew to run everything off of D&D Beyond, because if Nick wants to pull out a one shot or something using that second crew, then you won't have to transfer it between two games. That's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna do that for a while. So
So that's up to you guys if you want to put it in two places and keep track of it. I see how it is, Nick. Put it all back on me.
I just
Psych, no longer side quest.
No more side quests.
it's other people's turn.
I am waiting for some other campaign / systems to run. I'm looking forward to playing in those things.
That's all I'm saying. As far as
I'm
one
still
shot,
waiting to fight Rachel's 4 wolves.
right?
I want to play the
God.
wolf campaign.
I felt so bad.
I'm gonna play Gognar Daggerbeard in the wolf campaign. I mentioned to play another barbarian.
Do a throwback game where we all play our old characters.
Yes! Let's make a party of old characters.
That could be fun. Fire everywhere.
Shield Master, dodge it!
Shadow monking.
Evasion!
Yeah, but I have to have my cloak, otherwise it's no fun.
And your magic dragon eye.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Spear.
And the spear. All the good
The
things.
spear just made me OP. I forgot about the dragon eye legitimately.
Bag of holding to save the world.
Oh, that was such a cool moment.
I think it was cinematic from start to finish. Bridge got dropped on Barbarian. Barbarian cut hand off. Monk decided to save
if I was ever
everything.
to like if I was ever gonna animate like a a
Session?
section from a session, it would probably be that. Like us running down
There
the
was
tower.
so many things. A purple
Yeah,
worm.
like
a-
us running down the
frickin-
tower, like people feeling mind controlled from the spear, like all sorts of shit, like Gorneo running
Falling
out
300
across.
feet.
Like, yeah, like while Cognar's
survived.
like, and then Mushi's like jumping out after him, and like, Gorneo's out there by himself.
That's within my
That whole session
definitely
was
top
okay.
3 of sessions I would animate. I think my
It's
number
like such
one
a
would
defining
be
moment for so many of us.
like my number one, just because I keep going back and watching it, is when Cognar fell down the volcano and landed in that pit of lava and then came out and just started killing people, and then Gorneo was literally jumping around a volcano, stunning people and killing them, and then coming up behind there was a fire giant. Oh, flame everywhere. Oh, that would be so cool animated.
Was that the fight where I stunned the dragon?
That was
Same
like a session or two
layer.
later. Yeah.
Same dungeon.
Oh, okay. Same dungeon.
It's been.
Ah.
All right. So let's get into this if we're all ready.
I think we have those things transferred. If not, we'll find out.
It's fine. You wouldn't need it right now. So, we start off with the crumbling stone of the building around the outside of the submarine. You hear the sound of metal tinking off of steel as the sub begins to lower itself out of the wall of Sabaondi Archipelago. Law instructs his crew and Beppo to get the ship going and get us out of here as fast as possible. Beppo runs out to the command deck and instructs them to start heading south. The crew turns the ship away from its current heading and heads back down the Grand Line. Law turns his focus towards the woman, the girl, that he had saved from slavery, the mermaid, and he continues his surgery on them. After performing a furious amount of surgery on this mermaid, a couple of hours later, drenched in sweat and blood, he looks up to the rest of the party, the side crew, and smiles. We did it. She'll make a full recovery with minimal scarring. He takes his soiled gloves and cloths, dumps them in a bin to the side, washes his hands, and looks to the rest of you. So, it's not safe for you to go back up to Seba-Ondi. I don't know what your mission was, but I can take you to anywhere you want to go on the Grand Line. What say you?
Well, seeing that our mission was to turn you in, obviously we're not doing that anymore. So how about you tell us what your mission is with this lovely lady you have as your friend?
I intend to take her back home after I drop you all off. And from there, my aims are my own.
Well, maybe our aims could, line up to be beneficial for both sides.
Considering that you are coming for my head, I'm not going to tell you my plans going forward. But I can deliver you to a safe haven. And maybe you and your band of misfits can owe me later. And I'll call upon your aid as I need it.
Well, let me just say one thing. You're definitely not misfits. You should know I only run with the best. So, kind of think we sort of had your back a little bit back there. Just saying, we held our own pretty well. But, a girl can take a hint. If you don't want me around, I'm not going to beg. So, yeah, no, I'm totally fine with being dropped off somewhere. We'll see how that favor pans out in the future. She's going to look to the crew. Did we have an idea? Because Amanda can't perfectly remember where we were planning on going. Is there a place?
You were planning on stealing Roanoa's ship and sailing off down the Grand Line. Welcome back, Ben, by the way.
That part was never talked about because it wasn't part of the game.
Go ahead and level Cheshire up to level 8 with the main party while you're waiting. Rocky will speak up and look at Brutalitops. So, I think that right before we left town, there was mention of a new bounty placed upon the crew. It might be fit for us to go after said bounty, and it would pay for a ship for us to continue our aims here on the Grand Line.
Yeah, well, that sounds like exactly the next thing we're going to be doing then. Where'd you say this bounty was at?
It was placed around Alabasta. Apparently this crew had taken out a warlord, one Crocodile, and they have quite a big bounty on their head. It would carry us far away if we were to secure this crew's bounty.
Okay, well, let's go hunt them down. Did you say you had the name of these wanted people?
The one-horn pirates.
That is it. The One Horn Pirates. Apparently this woman leading them is a terrible person with a giant sword that cleaves many mountains in half.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see for ourselves then. Did we have time to take a long rest? Because my token is healed up.
Law speaks to you. If they were leaving Alabaster and they were heading down the Grand Line, the next island would have been Jaya. It'll take us a couple of weeks, so you'll have time to train and prepare, as well as rest, before we reach the island.
Well, good. We can get our plans together. We can, get to know our fellow crewmen. She's gonna kind of look at her crew along with Law's crew, seeing that everyone is literally just met. And
The bodies.
yeah, sounds good.
Oh, that's right. In those couple of hours, Law has also managed to heal and revive his two crew members. I don't recall their names.
They
They're not
died
important.
by natural causes. That's how they died.
Yes, they did. But, no matter. I can heal just about any wound.
Natural causes. Oh, okay.
Sword through the heart? That's natural.
Very natural indeed. No outside force was needed. Just by the will of my God, just struck him down. He is a He is a merciful God.
He's a
Mysterious in various
Gotcha.
ways.
Yes. So, shall I take you to go hunt these pirates?
Yeah. Onward to Jaya. I mean, if that doesn't impose with your plans, Captain.
No, I can get anywhere that I need to, and anything that attacks my ship shall be dismantled easily, including Sea Kings. So I can take you there, no problem. Like I said, I'll call in a favor at some point.
Tomorrow? Or the next day?
If my plans go according to the way I think they will go, I will call you when I need you. Perhaps not for a while.
So like the next day.
No, probably in like a week. I think it's more like a week.
It might be a year or two, but
Ah,
I'll call on it,
definitely more
and
than
I
a week.
expect you to show up.
Captain, Rob Top, this is a pretty strong crew. I don't suppose that maybe I should go with them and maybe just keep an eye on these young whippersnappers, make sure they don't get themselves killed out there.
Well, yes, of course, Ulysses. Please, make sure they keep their end of the bargain when they're on their adventures. If I come calling, you make sure they come right away.
Oh, Joy, a babysitter. She's gonna eyeball them.
Now hold on, let's not all judge a book by its cover. This one looks like a grand old time that we're going to have with this mate walrus thing.
Picking up, what does this guy look like?
Looks
Nick?
like a walrus.
He's a walrus, man. Let's see. I think Lucas made me a picture or a thing. He can
Yeah, I
show
got
it
a
to
token.
everyone.
I
One
can move
walrus,
it up.
I'm the Eggman.
But yeah, he is a walrus man wearing a tunic, and he has a belt that has like a book that's like chained to it. And I decided that instead of him having like the abacus, like the whole abacus, he has a ring, an abacus ring. So that's on his finger, and his tusks have these arcane runes that are carved into them all the way down his tusks. And yes, he is wearing a monocle. But he's not wearing any armor or carrying any weapons or anything like that. And but he does have a pipe with him at all times. And he whips it out and he waves it towards Blanche, and he says, "Yeah, all I want to do is have a smoke, drink a beer, and smell the ocean air. Anything else in life will just fly away like silver wings in the sky."
The Lord is testing me today.
Sound like you're going to be really useful to this crew.
Bah, ah, ah, ah. I know how to. I know, about two things in life: how to build ships and how to cast spells.
You're a carpenter?
Shipwright. Though not a lot of good it does me around here with this contraption.
I fucking love this walrus.
No.
Been a few years. I think it's time for another adventure.
I can
If you have me,
respect
of
that.
course. Captain.
Sure doesn't sound like we have much of a choice, seeing that you're a new babysitter.
You'll hardly notice I'm there. If anything, I'm mostly just there to keep you alive. Bah!
Yeah, I'll definitely need that.
Walrus.
Okay, yeah, we'll take this this dolphin over here, and we'll keep our word, as I have yet to break any in the past. So may as well stick with my winning streak. But yeah, to Gaia. Is it Jaya or Gaia? Gaia.
Jaya.
Oh, don't bite me.
Jaya. Like Jif.
Okay, Jaya. Cool.
So Gaia.
Wait, yeah?
No, like the peanut butter.
Gift.
Like Jif the peanut
You
butter.
mean a gift?
Oh, I thought you were
No,
talking
no, 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 no. We do not do Jif here. I mean GIF here.
What?
It's a dialect
Derail.
depending on what parts of the world that you're on.
Oh.
All right. So,
Pardon me, Mr. Walrus. Would you mind if during the montage going forward you show me how to use carpenter's tools to help explain why I'm suddenly proficient with them all of a sudden?
Yes, I am proficient in carpenter's tools.
could you please help me explain why I have proficient?
First thing you have to know is there's simplicity. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, both when it comes to boats and spells.
You can skip over this, but
Stop talking. Start learning.
You just see Rocky kind of sit on top of a barrel with a bag of peanuts, just crunching them furiously as Brutalitops is trying to learn how to use carpenter's tools.
This will be a 2-week accelerated program. You will work 8 hours a day.
I love the walrus is Admiral Akbar. This is how you solve a trap.
Bah!
Bah.
I was like asking myself like how a walrus would talk, and I like just put like my front lip out, and then I just said "rop top."
you nailed it.
I want to hear the walrus say Brutalitops.
Brutalitops.
Shattery.
My name is Ulysses V. Firefly. Good to travel with all of you.
God, I love this walrus.
We have the best characters. All right. So over the next couple of weeks, you notice that the ship will occasionally come up to recharge the air tanks and to change the filters out in their air filtration system they have on the submarine. No special events come because the ship is riding below the surface of the water, so they are not attacked. A squirrel and a walrus walking to a bar. So after a couple of weeks, you arrive on Jaya Island. You enter the town, and you don't see or hear any mention of the One-Horn Pirates anywhere near the island. You enter the town, you see that this is a quaint tropical town with palm trees and a lot of, there's a main street here. Let me reveal this for you down at the bottom of the map.
During this time, have we learned about the One-Horn Pirates? Like where they might hang out? What do they usually do in town when they arrive in towns? Any background information?
Yeah, you would hear that their primary target of malcontent and debauchery is the inns. They have a tendency of destroying inns before they leave an island.
Hell
So
yeah.
if you were to hunt them, going to the inn/tavern would be your primary place to hide and wait.
Oh god. So glad. They need insurance here.
Boo.
It was hilarious.
I laughed pretty hard at that one.
But yes. Yes.
So, you arrive outside the town, and Law opens up the hatch and lets you all out. You walk onto the deck of his submarine, and you can jump off onto the shore. And he says, "Don't forget, you owe me a favor. Ulysses, keep him to it." And you see the hatch close behind you all after you get off the submarine, and it sinks back down into the ocean. And just for the briefest of moments, you see it begin heading north once again to what you presume is towards the Fishman Island, or the mermaids call home. So the party can proceed as they want into this town. The bottom of the map here shows you a rough idea of Main Street. There's a large thoroughfare in the center with shops and buildings and inns and all manner of workshops and things of that nature. So you can have at it. The Duke will say, "Brutalitops, I noticed that you've got pinned by some of those Navy folk. Perhaps we should get you some more armor."
Something less constricting. So maybe something a bit more portable, like a shield. But something made of a sturdier wood than whatever flimsy crap that door was made of.
I agree. Perhaps
Come on,
we might
Rocky.
be able to find the side of a hull of a ship, and you could just strap that to your arm.
Well, I learned a thing or two about the different makes and thicknesses of hardwood, but let's see what they have.
So the
Here you
Duke
are.
and Brutalitas look for an armory. What is everyone else doing?
Preaching the Lord's work is what she's doing right now. Inside the inn, keeping an eye out for those who want to be converted.
Oh God, I'm taking my drink outside.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
you
join
head to
the
the inn.
walrus outside.
What you do notice, Neptune, though, is that the bounty board is within inside the inn/tavern.
Ah, shit. Hey, Blanche.
Yes,
You know,
not. Yes.
I noticed just outside the inn down the street a ways, there seem to be some sinners that might need your holy word on the way in here. Just, like 4 blocks that way.
Well,
You
those
see the
sinners.
proverbial red light district.
Oh fuck it. Oh shit, she can't curse. Fuck. Okay, hold on.
We've already established
it,
that your
goddammit.
god
Okay, I'm good.
allows that.
Oh, she does? Fuck yeah. Thank God. Okay. Wait, my god allows that, right?
It's up to
Right?
you.
That's
Oh,
up to you.
no.
There,
I'll keep it
this
clean.
is your playground.
I'll keep it clean.
You're making up a cult where you can't even swear in it?
It is not a cult.
Not a
It is
cult.
a religion. It is
Not a
It is
cult.
not a 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 cult. I shall go over to that red light district and I shall praise I shall praise the word of my God, and they shall drink from the potion of entrance to paradise. That's where she's going.
All right,
like
so
muttering
you
out
go
the
down the
door.
end of the district looking for people to preach at.
Yes.
And you do see some people walking down the sidewalks and the edges of the street. Definitely some that are selling particular objects of note and people of note.
All right. She's not going to be judgmental, but she's going to be like, the Lord, I don't know how to make this less judgmental. I'm sorry. He's not going to be judgy.
You will burn in hell if you don't change your ways.
She's here to help you, motherfucker.
Exactly. That's what Cheshire signs to Blanche, but she can't read. Thieves can't. So Ulysses and Neptune, the inn is free because of a clever ruse by our new captain.
I didn't even roll inside check.
You believe it?
Yeah, no, that's all I did. I'm gonna go get me a beer.
Captain goes inside, orders a beer. A nice
And as I'm
frosty
sipping
mug
on it, I'm
comes
gonna go
over.
read the bounty.
Yeah, Ulysses will go with the captain.
All right, you guys are there. Farah, what are you doing?
Sorry. She is going to find some books because she definitely does not want to spend her time just to everybody yammer on.
What kind of books is this winged folk
Ooh,
looking for?
yes, I love
She's on anything with something that she doesn't know yet. Which to her, she thinks she knows a lot.
And how
I know
young
things
is
that she
Farah?
doesn't know.
She's 13.
I know a few books in Rookies possession.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of books you
Yes,
don't know about.
nothing is that. Let us open your
So,
minds, child.
No. So you enter a bookstore across from the inn. It's one of the larger buildings. It's 3 stories tall. When you enter inside of it, it feels like the whole room is moving. But in that sense, the architecture on the interior of this building is built in almost a spiral. So it's a square building as you walk in, but then it becomes an oval staircase that extends up 3 floors. And it seems like, it almost feels like a whirlwind of knowledge. So there is many of books that you can find within this building. I think in particular that Farah is looking to research.
You know what? She wants to research Arcana. She finds it interesting since she herself can't really do any
Okay.
magic spells.
Roll me an investigation check.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm doing it on D.
You're all good.
5.
5. You try to think. Arcana. Starts with an R. So you go down to the R section. And you find a book on resurrections, receipts, different form of reciprocal love.
Hey.
Wow, these are well-read pirates.
It's not just a pirate town. But you find a couple of books that have R in the name. And you do see one book that says Remorse, A Wizard's Tale. And it seems to catch your eye because it has the word wizard in it.
All right.
So you pull that book down and you find a nice desk to sit at, and there's a couple of candles that are providing some warm light over the desk. And you flip a couple of pages and you see a sketching of a tiefling woman. And the horns are elegantly curved, wearing... One second.
Are you looking up what she looks like right now?
Because she's beautiful, and if you need her picture, I got you. There you go, boo. Are you looking for the intricate photo she found inside the...
Yes, intricate photo. My wife just made a s'more on the kitchen stove, and my son decided to bring it to me. So I'm going to have a mouthful of marshmallow for the next couple of minutes, so please.
Well, you should just let Amanda tell the story.
But she doesn't know the story.
Are you going to do the one of the dragonborn and the tiefling, or the I have all the pictures.
Yes. You know what? I like this idea. Amanda, you're great at this. Please elaborate on the story of the tragedy that is Lothar the Wizard to the rest of the party.
Oh, Lothar. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, man.
Ooh, I've got one. Can I tell it?
Imagine. Huh?
I've got one. Can I tell it?
When are you going to tell Ben? Let Ben tell. I'm
The
curious.
tragedy of Lothar the Wizard.
Yeah, you tell it. You tell it. But you interrupt the volume. Wait, let me turn up your volume so I hear you better. Okay, Ben's telling it.
Okay. The tragedy of Lothar the Wizard. Lothar had been a wizard for a couple of decades, and had been doing his wizardy thing. Was getting lonely. He had built himself a tower on an island in the middle of a lake, surrounded by a few fishing villages. And eventually a young maid in one of the fishing villages caught his eye. They talked, they walked, they spent time together, and soon fell in love. Lothar invited her to the island where his home was, and they were happy together. Until one day, she took a sickness. Lothar didn't know what it was, but he used all his magical powers and all his insight to try to understand it and cure her. He could not find a cure. So he turned his magics to preserving her, to trying to extend her life while he continued to research. And unfortunately, his magics, well, the only thing he could do to extend her life was to stop time around her. In small pieces at first, and then longer and longer pieces. And he continued to try to understand this sickness, this illness that she had. Eventually, he heard a rumor of a far off land where this sickness had struck before and heard rumors of a cure. So he cast his longest lasting preservation spell on her and left, went to go find the cure. Unfortunately, when he reached this far off land, there was nothing there. It would all just been a rumor. Just someone telling him what they thought that he wanted to hear. In despair, he returned to his home, expecting to find her just as he left her. And when he walked into his tower, something was wrong. Something was very wrong. He rushed up the stairs to the top of the tower, to his laboratory, where she had been kept. And something had gone wrong with his last spell. He had preserved her, but he had not stopped time around her. There she was, wasted away, nothing but a skeleton. But the skeleton yet lived. Stricken with remorse and grief, Lothar threw himself from the top of the tower, dashing himself upon the rocks below. And still to this day, the villagers and the fishermen see things moving in the tower. And they see her, his love, his life, walking about, waiting for him to return with the cure.
And the pages scribble on, telling these tales of a wonderful thing. Awesome, Ben. Thank you. I even got my own characters mixed up. Ben brought it in nice. So you learn about the hardships and the wrong incantations used to try to save his wife. Instead of stopping time, he rose her again as a living skeleton. And then we switch over to Cheshire Cat. What is Cheshire doing in the city?
So, Cheshire, being an inquisitive type, has taken an interest in herbalism and in the crafting of small useful items. And he has been looking into, how one goes about harvesting herbs, turning them into potions, turning them into poisons, turning them into other things that might give him the advantage when next he confronts an enemy that he must fight. And so he is relying on his skill with nature and trying to come up with a method that would allow him to identify and harvest useful items from these islands that they continue to visit.
All right, roll me a nature check.
Okay, it's going to be at a +6. Roll me something good. 19.
All right. So you're bobbing and weaving in and amongst the buildings, and you find just on the outskirts of the building that there is this hedgerow around the main drag here in the city. And this hedgerow has a unique plant that you haven't seen before. In this tropical climate, you'd think it'd have big leafy limbs on it, or leaves. But this particular bush has these small needles for leaves. And they're bunched up in a porcupine fashion, similar to a pine tree or a juniper bush. And you look and try to ascertain what is the best use of this particular flora. And you see that it does have some berries inlaid in it. You grab one of the berries, take your dagger, and you cut it open, and you see that some juices flow from it. With your cat nose and senses, you sniff it, and it's caustic. And from your background, you can tell that this could be used to enhance a poison of sorts. But at the same time, you take one of the needles and you rub it and bruise it between your fingers, and you sniff that. And you sense that it has the opposite reaction to the berries that are in this tree. So you have found a poison and an antidote, or a component of a poison and a component of an antidote to that poison on the same tree or bush.
Very interesting. I will harvest all that I can from that tree.
And so you see that there are these trees all the way around, and you can get as much as you would like to carry on your person.
Well, since I don't technically have the herbalism skill, which I think you have to have like herbalism kit proficiency.
Oh yeah, I can let you pull some sprigs and stuff if you want.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab enough to sort of start experimenting with.
Yeah. So you get a handful of berries and a handful of these needles, and you jot down what your findings were, just from initial scent, to bring down into a formulae book almost, and you have that for the future. All right. Is there anyone we missed? I think we got everyone.
Brutalitop.
More than
He's getting the shield.
Yeah,
that's right.
Brutalitops and the Duke went to the armory. Brutalitops, proceed with RP at armory.
Duke, you think it's wise to be telling them, the rest of the side crew, about all that information we got?
What information are you?
About the one-horned pirates. We're entrusted with that by the revolutionaries.
Oh, yes, from those on high. I think that some information is fine. Perhaps we can use the rest to get to the one-horned pirates, so we can come up with some form of diplomacy, I think. We have to get them first, and to be fair, the captain and Blanche will draw a lot of attention, so maybe we can use them as an in, and then form some form of alliance, or get them on our cause.
I suppose. It's risky playing both sides like this. I'll follow your lead.
I do believe that you are the brighter of the two of us. Brutalitops, there's nuts. And
Well, I don't doubt my own intelligence over yours, of course, obviously, but when it comes to battle tactics, you're a bit more versed, experienced. After all, that submarine was technically the first time I've ever crewed on it.
Well, you'd be alright. I think, to be fair, I've only been on a couple of crews, and I stowed away inside a peanut barrel, because they needed the oils, to, soften their leathers. But I think you'll be fine. As long as you attack anything that's hostile that comes on board, you'll be alright. You don't need to do anything, Brutalitops.
Alright, I can do that.
So, about that shield, you said you've been learning from the Walrus Men that there are differences in the woods?
Different types, different grains to look at would between the different woods. You don't want something like a birch wood shield that'll just crumble upon the first impact. It might look nice at first glance, but you want a more sturdy wood, like a redwood or something metal, maybe.
Perhaps a walnut wood?
I suppose, but I didn't see any walnut trees growing around. Suppose I didn't see any redwoods either, but we'll see what he's got.
To be fair, Brutalitops, if you had a walnut wood shield, I would never leave your arm.
And I guess I could just use you as a shield.
You certainly can. So the Duke will scurry up onto the counter. Excuse me, shopkeeper. My friend here, my very large friend, is looking for a shield of some kind of protection. And he has some stipulations on size, shape, and materials. I will let him present it to you, but I will be paying for the shield.
Look, you shouldn't have to do that. It's only, what, a couple of copper pieces? Just a scrap of wood?
You're right. I will pay him in peanuts. So the two of us, as dumb as we are, proceed to try to convince this shop owner that you need a shield, and you get a shield of your liking.
10 gold pieces? A scrap of driftwood.
That is like 100 bags of peanuts. You, sir, are a liar and a cheat.
All right, we'll pay it.
I think we got the better end of that deal, don't you, Brutalitops?
No.
Yeah, that's all right. Here, have a peanut.
And I'm getting a refund.
Here's a peanut. You'll be all right. So, as the crew goes about their many tasks, what is Ulysses doing specifically?
Oh, he's making sure that he keeps an eye on the captain, but he is smoking his pipe and drinking a beer.
All right. So you watch the captain. The captain goes and grabs her drink, moves over to the bounty board, and she sees that there are a handful of wanted posters, one of them being the One Horn Pirates, a group of posters for that main crew, and they have that sizable bounty upon their heads. The 10,000 gold pieces apiece for the 5 of them. And then you also see that there is a bounty for a couple of bounties that have been crossed out with looks like a red ink brush for Arlong and for Higuma and for some other people that were in the East Blue. Crocodile's poster has been slashed. All the people that have been recently taken out have been slashed out and removed, including Buggy the Clown. But you also see a poster of a man who looks eerily similar to someone who is in this very inn. And he seems to be playing cards with someone at the far side of the inn.
I'm going to take a double look and make sure that is who I'm looking at.
And it says on the wanted poster, Bellamy the Hyena. For
What's his bounty?
4,000 gold.
Neptune is going to chug the rest of her drink. Not slam it, but set it on the bar and make her way over to the hyena with her cocky self. Oh, jeez.
Right. Oh no.
I'm
When
thinking the same
Ulysses sees her walking over there, he's gonna cast mage armor on himself.
Very nice.
Okay, so she's gonna walk over there, and she's gonna stand on the opposite side of the table, so like when he looks up, he can clearly see her, not like next to him or anything. No, across from him.
Mm-hmm. So
And,
he is playing poker across from someone else.
Yeah,
So you
she-
stand behind the other player, and Bellamy, the hyena, slams his cards on the table after he lost the current hand, and he says, "You have cheated. You have cheated me, and I will not take it." And he takes out a dagger and stabs the man across from him right in the chest, killing him instantly.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. This is good. This is good.
Roll me a
gonna
perception
stand
check,
there
Neptune.
unfazed.
Neptune perception, please.
1 second, I'm still on edit mode. And apparently I forgot to add my proficiencies. Crap. Okay. So yeah. 14. I think that's right. That's not right.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Is
that-
it?
Are you proficient in perception?
Yeah, I'm double. But that just hold on. Let me look at D&D.
Yeah. So that's not adding. Is your wisdom +4
Plus 0.
and your proficiency?
It doesn't go up
is
until
Yeah,
9,
D&D.
so 2.
It should be 2 higher.
Yeah,
It should be
it should be
16.
6. Yeah. And why didn't it add that?
Well,
on there?
9, it goes
It
up to
means
3.
that your level on your Roll20 at the top, where your
Ah,
class and level
there it
is,
is.
isn't up to 8.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
I
So,
really thought I
16.
had everything. Sorry.
With a 16, you see that when he struck out, it looks like he had the glint of metal spiraling around his arm. And then when he retracted back in underneath his cloak, it was normal.
Okay, well, you
And
know
he
what?
scoops up
He
the
might not
winnings.
get a chance to to lead the pirates, guys. You guys will have to nominate Squirrel as your captain.
I am the captain now.
Okay, so Neptune's just gonna stare at him, seemingly unfazed by his violent outburst.
What do you want?
You seem to like your face painted on papers, looks like.
Don't want to
like
mess
your
with me.
portrait.
I'm the highest bounty anywhere on this island.
I've actually seen much higher.
But they're not
Take
on
it
this
away.
island, are they?
Well, we'll see if you'll be on this island much longer.
Neptune, roll me a dexterity save, please.
19.
You feel a foot kick out at you, and he hasn't moved an inch. But you're able to hold your ground.
So you like playing footsies, huh?
He just looks at you with a wide, toothy grin.
How about I cut you a deal? What do they call you? Honey?
It's hyena. But that's fine. I can take your head if you want. Maybe it'll raise my bounty some.
Well, let's see. You beat me in a fight, and I won't turn you in. I'll let you go free this time.
Oh, is that how it is?
You lose, you're all mine.
Why don't we take this outside into the main drag? Where we have room to stretch, and I don't have to pay to clean up the inn after your blood is spilt.
Whatever suits your fancy. Come on, honey. She's gonna walk
He
out
walks
of the inn.
outside.
This is my death, guys. This is how I die.
Wow. Bartender, Buena Vista, go.
I don't know where the
puts
door
it
He
in
like
a
is.
sippy
scoops
cup.
up the beer and runs outside.
He puts it in a sippy cup, and you take it outside.
Just a warm up.
So, this is going to be a one-on-one, right? Not your
Just have to wait.
bloated friend over there?
Do you really think I need the
Ooh.
Ulysses is gonna walk over to Neptune and he's gonna put his shoulder on, or his hand on her shoulder, and he's gonna cast haste on her, and he's gonna say, "Kick his ass."
Yeah.
Are you using the subtle spell? Or subtle attack?
He has a
No, but he's
track
gonna
record.
just try to do it stealthily.
All right, roll me a Deceptione.
13.
All right. Let me see what he gets. Oh, 17 on the die. So, you're having assistance. Fine. It's no matter. Let's roll some initiative for Neptune and Bellamy the hyena. And anyone else that wants to get in.
So, for my initiative, I have the rakish audacity, which allows me to add 2, which is my charisma modifier, to it. I don't think it did that already, so I'm going to add that.
Ooh.
I know you guys said there's a way to
Woof.
do that, but I don't know how. And I'm going to add the +2 to my AC from Nick real quick.
All right. Neptune,
Okay.
you had the first action.
Oh, be fun. Okay, wait. So I get an additional action on each of my turns. Wow.
Melee attack, one melee attack, dash, disengage, or a hide action. Yes.
Okay, so I can hit him twice. Okay, so I am going to come forward, and I'm going to. I hope I have everything inputted right. So I apologize if there's delays, but I'm going to attempt to hit him once.
Miss.
Shit. Of course I misses. But with my haste, I can hit him again.
Miss.
Shit.
No.
And then because I have my what's it called? Fancy footwork, that's only if I hit him, right?
No, if you make an attack against
Okay,
him,
cool.
it's just like mobile.
I will come to okay, I'm gonna step back to here and then bonus action. Yeah, no, I'll just step back to here, see what that does.
Miss
All
it.
right.
You get an attack of opportunity
Yeah,
for her
hit,
stepping back.
miss, run away.
For what it's worth, your speed is doubled if you want to move further.
Yeah, no, totally.
He's gonna let her go.
Yeah, well, he couldn't not let me go if he tried.
Yeah, the rakish audacity doesn't allow me to attack.
You can't hit
Or
me for
fancy
running
footwork,
away,
rather.
bitch.
If she makes, it's exactly like mobile. So if she makes an attack, then I can't do opportunity attacks.
Yeah, that's what I love. So then I'll dance away and see what he has to hit me with, because it's gonna be fun.
And he says, "Oh, so you're a dancer. Well, watch this. Springed routine." And you see him compress his legs, and his legs turn into metal springs. And he jumps from here. Trying to get it. He jumps off the side of the building and jumps directly onto you. And he comes down
Cool. That's
with
what I want.
with his sword, actually with a fist, just right on you. And Since he pounced on his turn, he gets advantage. Coming from high above the side of the building. So that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay, can I use Uncanny Dodge as my reaction to half his damage?
Yes, you can.
I do that.
That's fine. So he comes up with a big old fist. And you see as it comes, this fist hardens into a spring, and he hits you for 14. He hits you for 23 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits you with this giant springed hand, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Is that halved already or no?
Halved. So 13 to you, and then make me a strength saving throw.
You know, I'm really, really good at strength, so this should be good. 15! Hey, that's not bad. Yeah.
You are not knocked prone. And so he comes up with another fist, and he tries to hit you directly in the chest.
Right.
21 to hit. All right. This coiled up fist hits you again. Ooh, Jesus. For 26 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need another strength saving throw.
Well, now I'm getting in on this.
Hey, there we go. Natural 20. Suck it. Suck your prone.
You are not prone again. And he just looks at you and he just starts cackling like a hyena. Cheshire, roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. Percepciones. That would be a 10.
You don't specifically hear your captain calling out, but you hear elevated voices down the main thoroughfare. You can perceive how you would like.
I would just come walking, see what's going on. Oh, so let me do the movement thing. Just hit space, right?
Hold left click and then right click on the square that you want to go to.
Changed it.
Okay, so
that's what it was originally, if I remember right.
No, it was spacebar originally.
Oh, was it? So you can kind of peek out and you see that there is some kind of scuffle going on down the street.
All right, well, I'll continue walking this way then. And how about now?
Yeah, you see that your captain is fighting someone directly in the middle of the street.
Okay, so that was 2 movements, so I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to dash and move a third.
If you wanted to, you could have activated your feline agility at the beginning to get your first 60 feet.
No, because I didn't know it was anything involving me. I was just kind of curious.
You can do it now if you wanted. Depending on how urgently you want to save Captain Neptune.
Dave, I'm
trying
fine,
to be true
guys.
to the character. Like, so he comes walking down. He moves 30 feet. He can't really see anything. So he moves 30 more feet. He's like, oh, crap, that's the captain. But he's already used 2 movements.
Gotcha.
Now, if I can activate feline agility with my dash...
You'll get 60 feet on this last movement, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get too close to him. Okay. So we're going to dash.
All right. Move up to there. You are closer to combat.
And I assume I can pull out my short bow while I'm moving?
Oh, definitely. Short bow at the ready. All right. So we'll move to Neptune, and I will be right back. I have to put my son to bed.
Okay.
I will also be right back.
I'm trying to remember all of my things. I'm gonna have to get some sort of item that gives me like advantage on hits more often, or like a +3 to hit. Just
Give
need like
advantage
+1.
if it's just you and him, and no allies within 5 feet.
It's not advantage, but I get my sneak attack. At least
But
I'm
if you have
pretty sure.
advantage, doesn't that give you sneak? Oh, sorry. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, what's your plan here, Captain?
I'm just
That's
gonna
a
like,
gun so far.
I'm just gonna roll with the punches and just take on the big baddie and see how far we get.
You're
Okay.
taking a lot of punches so far. How's you rolling?
I've only taken 2. That's not so bad.
Yeah,
A
only
lot
like
more
30
than
something points of damage.
I'll be over half my hit points. I'll be fine. As long as I don't get hit again. Should be good. Should be good. He's fast. He's a fast one. Now I know to use a bonus action to dash as well as my double movement, and then maybe he can't catch me. So there. Now I know. If I would have hit him, that'd be nice.
Captain T explained her sort of philosophy about like 1v1ing people to the rest of the crew.
No.
Does she have a
Okay.
philosophy on it?
Kinda, yeah.
What is it?
Well, you'll have to wait and ask if she survives. When you guys come out and be like, what the fuck were you thinking? She'll explain it then.
Amanda, we still don't have a healer. So if you go down, that could be it.
Yeah, it's bad to have a cocky character when you don't have a healer.
I mean, it truly is not the end. It is only the beginning in death, according to my God. So, just keep that in mind.
Glad I sent you down the road. This is what happens when I make a backstory for a character. I get too into character and stop remembering all the risks. She can't technically handle it, but in her head, she knows she can.
Not right
No,
now.
we were waiting
That's
on
okay.
Lucas to come back.
I'm plotting and eating a sandwich. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm eating too, so.
Cry, cry. before we die. I say we, but it's just gonna be me.
It's gonna be May.
Oh, they play that all the time at work.
Did you tell him it's July?
I tried, but
Yeah, I think Amanda's just dead.
Run still. I can jump into the water and swim. I bet you can't, Mr. Dragon Fruit user. Mama! Charles.
Mama!
He's showing me his cookie.
Even Charles is questioning your combat tactics, Jan.
I'm just saying, I can jump into the water and he can't touch me. Tell me I'm wrong with this Mr. Jumping through the air, hardened fists. Okay.
Yeah, some kind of devil fruit there.
And I can breathe underwater. Oh, you turned the light on. You're so cool.
Kind of a short ways away from some water there, though.
The docks are that way, you know, with haste and dash. You know, I can do 90 feet. Okay.
yeah, and all that would be damaged is your pride, and
It's not running away. It's a tactical retreat.
so running away with your
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his head and fled.
That's not true.
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. Well, so hey, is Cheshire gonna get in on this?
That must be our being too.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll just drag the whole crew into this and act like it was part of the plan.
Maybe
Please.
maybe this is the moment when the one horn pirates show up and save your ass.
oh, that'd be hilarious.
Wait.
They got an Indolute.
I mean, we could beat up this man, then burn the inn down later. Doesn't have to be first.
Not in the way of getting into the inn, so. Nala's gonna come through and be like, "What are these bitches fighting outside my inn for?" And she's just gonna knock them out and then walk into the inn and burn it down.
That's my job to ruin the inn. No one else. So wait. The one horn pirates have an inn.
There is an inn in this town, and the one horn pirates are on this island.
So
Oh,
we have an inn.
I gotcha. Took me a second.
I think these are masterfully made. They're so funny. Why is no one laughing at my puns?
Oh, because I have no soul.
Aw.
Everyone knows walruses hate puns.
It's true.
Aw.
I mean,
Drink up
Well,
of water.
I'm gonna go get something to drink and something to munch on because the weed's finally hitting me.
Okay, so funny story. Last week, I had the day before at night, I had like half of an edible that knocked this like 300-pound man down, and I didn't feel the effects. So then I'm like, I'll just try a whole edible. Oh man,
How'd that go?
it was an experience. I don't even remember. I was watching this show called Close Enough, and it's already crazy to begin with when you're like not high, but I made up an entirely new plot line by the time that I watched it when I was, not high anymore, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I came and I played, what was it, the next day? I had no idea what the fuck was going on half the time in
We were playing
Misthaven.
Misthaven?
I was out of it. I'm so sorry. I don't even remember what was said.
Well, it was mostly us just completely fucking shit up
I think I remember that.
and
Yeah.
barely surviving.
Oh yeah.
At least you didn't fuck shit up enough for things to get real bad when you entered the Requisitor's Fort. That could have been really ugly.
I knew that was a gamble from the get-go, but like, come on. Like, I did not expect like him to just not be like the contract just be different. Like we would spend all that time like trying to figure out what the fuck this contract was and everything, and then it's just like, no, it's just different.
So wait, who's the guy who leads the Requisitors?
Well, it
Okay.
used to be Severus Devere, but apparently he's a traitor
Oh no.
And dead.
now.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. All right, so Captain Neptune, what are you doing?
I think she says she's
That too.
Oh, she's back too? Or she's gone?
She just burbed. I think she's went to go get a drink.
Cool. It gives me time to prepare.
And we were all joking about the one-horned pirates showing up and saving her ass.
Certainly possible.
Did everyone go away?
Still here.
I'm
Still
back.
here.
Is the captain dead yet?
Not
Close.
I love the yet part.
Well, I mean, you
Sorry,
guys
that's
leveled up, so it's all good.
Well, I mean, she just got punched twice and is almost dead. So, you
No,
know,
I'm not almost dead. I'm like a third of the way, guys. Come on.
A
I'll
third.
get you.
Not
Two
just
thirds
about
at
to
least.
hit him bar.
It's Neptune's turn.
I'm ready. So
Maybe she'll land a hit.
okay, guys, I'm working on it. Jeez, it's just a rough start, okay? But jeez, you guys are a rough crowd. 26 for 6. Okay, how's that one?
26 hits, yeah, for 6.
For 21 damage.
Oh, yeah.
How's that?
20.
Okay. Well, 21 sneak attack plus the 6. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
And then 19 for an additional 10.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, we're almost even now. And then, like the light-footed fairy I am. That's my movement, my haste, and
How'd you
my
get 46 for sneak
bonus
attack damage?
action. I have 46. I'm a level 7 rogue.
Oh. Are we supposed to level 7?
8.
Well, yeah, we're level 8.
What the hell did that happen? I'm still level 5.
Oh,
I told you when you came in, we leveled up the side party to 8.
I missed that part. Didn't hear that.
Well,
I'll
now
work
you
on
know.
leveling up.
Roll hit dice real quick before you start, if you decide to get involved.
Now the captain's brought the fight to Cheshire.
Well, just running, this way, and then I'm gonna run that way, and I'm gonna run this way. I'm, playing with him. Guys, I got a plan. They just have to hit him. That's all you have to do. Because we'd be on even terms right now if my first attacks hit. This haste is awesome though. You need to do this to me always.
Right.
Oh, wait. There's actually an additional 2 damage on each of those because I am dueling. So it's an additional 4 damage.
Gotcha.
Yep, as long as you're holding one weapon, because I have a shield. So I only have one hand. One thing. But yeah.
But the hasted
one
attack gives her that extra one.
Yeah, so because I'm hasted, I can hit twice. But dueling gives me plus 2 damage with the weapon, as long as I only have one.
All right, is that it for the captain's turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Wonderful. So, you hear Bellamy call out. Boys, I think it's time to join the fun. And you see coming out from the alley just behind the inn, the dark alley, as it were. A couple of things.
No.
Is that Groot?
Groot has joined.
We're cross-referencing, y'all.
Do we have the copyright for that?
Oh.
That?
Ooh.
Well, Nick knows what that is.
Is it bad?
Wait, I'm playing
Or
the
too
wizard.
bad?
Ulysses probably knows what
Wizard
that
would
is.
know what that is.
Yeah.
That's Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I love being able to metagame.
Are too bad?
That's what Loxus was. He was a metagamer.
Oh god.
And they're showing up right behind me.
No, that's just where I dropped their tokens. But they were waiting outside the inn. In shadow.
Patiently.
A tree that you didn't see was guarding these aberrations of terribleness. And I will add their turns. Let me just see what the dex mobs are for initiative. 5, 8, 9. All right. So he called out his cronies for his action. And he will use another jump to jump off the side of this building, jump off the side of this building, and land 10 feet from you. And that's
Boing,
his
boing,
turn.
boing.
As these giant springs come out of his legs, increasing his movement. Brutalitops, roll me a perception check.
Yeah. 1 second. I just changed a couple of things on my sheet to make it a little more easy. Moved my dual wielder so it's a little easier to access with the shield. Okay, perception check. 17.
Oh yeah, there's a fight going on just outside and you're not involved.
Brutalitops is going to kind of just throw the 10 coins on the table, scoop up the shield. I'm coming back here if this thing has flawed. And he's going to step around the corner. Kind of catching sight. I would assume he catches sight of Neptune one-on-oneing with the hyena.
That's what you see
And
first.
sees
First
these
glance,
guys coming up behind him.
Yep.
And so he is going to continue forward. $35, $40 to there. As he's passing by the captain, you got this fight handled. As he's drawing his hand crossbow. And he's just going to start taking some pot shots at this big tree figure as he's making his way forward.
Nice.
Raging as he's approaching, seeing them trying to impede on the captain's one-on-one duel. So he's going to rage, then fire!
All right. Hand crossbow. 18.
Yay! Look
Does an
at
18
that.
hit?
Wow.
18 hits the tree. For
All right, so that's going to be 17 damage.
17
9
points of
piercing,
damage.
8 radiant. And then crits on the second shot with his offhand
Oh.
for 11 piercing.
Can you take an offhand attack?
It's a light weapon,
You
right?
used a bonus action to rage.
I think you were right, yes. So negate the crit.
Ah,
Aw.
I'll take the
But,
17. then.
actually, stand by. 5th level Barb gets the second attack, right?
Oh, they do.
Yes! So that's where that comes from. Crits back
For
in.
11.
For 11
roller
more
That's a
piercing.
roller coaster.
And all the while he's just shouting on you, you ugly freaks don't need to get involved. The captain's got this one handled. You're joining this fight, then you'll fight with me. And that'll be Brutalitops' turn.
All right. Cheshire B. Grin. Your go.
All right, well, Cheshire is in the middle of realizing that he's gained so much experience of these things recently.
Someone's
And
doing
so,
it first.
Picking those
power.
plants got you 3 levels of experience.
That's right. So he is going to dash as his bonus action. He's going to get himself kind of around this corner right here. So he's got maybe just a little bit of cover.
Okay.
And he is going to, I guess he's going to move there. Then he's going to attack with his short bow. How about an 18?
To the tree, that hits.
No, to the hyena guy.
Oh, the hyena guy. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that's a 1d6 plus 4. It'll be 7 points of damage. And unfortunately, he's not within 5 feet of Neptune. It's almost like someone knew that was coming.
Almost. Or he ran out of movement with his spring jump.
Wait, I can try to make it an insight thing and get advantage on that attack.
Oh, yeah,
anyway, can't I?
yeah. Do your insight versus my something or other.
Let me figure that out real quick.
Inquisitive mind or whatever it is.
Insightful fighting, contested by your target's deception check.
All right. Deceptione. Let's see.
That's going to be a 22.
Oh, you beat his 11. You have advantage.
So that means I get 46 damage. Sneak
Yep.
attack damage.
Yep. Go ahead.
There's 4 more. 9, 12, 16 more points of damage.
Ouchies. All right. Anything else for Cheshire Beacon?
Nope. That's what he's going to do for now.
You have a... Is it your bonus to do your insightful thing?
Yes, as a bonus action, I can make the insightful check.
Okay. So you have advantage on him for the next minute.
I do.
All right, the Duke's turn. Oh, I get to be the Duke as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, what does he do? He is going to run out and he will use his squirrel line agility to run up next to Brutalitops. And he will proceed to attack this creature with his rapiers. 19 and an 18, I do 2d8 plus 10 damage to him. Oh, crap damage. 14 points of damage to the tree, and that is the Duke's turn.
Nice.
Ulysses, your turn. You don't know these creatures have come out yet.
No, but he does need to get an eye on the captain, and he says he did just see Cheshire run over there and fire something. So, oh no, he saw him shoot it at Bellamy. He's gonna...
I'm so sorry, Amanda.
Well, it's a good thing we have a paladin and a priest. Wait.
At least I know what my next character will be.
So he's gonna run out here. He's gonna see this thing and this guy, and oh, this is not good. And he's going to cast a fireball,
Oh,
and he's going to use his sculpt spell ability to exclude Neptune, Brutalitops, and the Duke from his fireball.
So
Not
hitting
nifty.
Bellamy and the tree.
And he's gonna fire it at the tree, so he'll
Oh,
incidentally
okay.
hit that thing too.
Okay, yeah, okay,
even though
I
he
like it.
doesn't know it's there.
Yeah. All right. So they get some dex saves, right?
Yep. DC is
All right. Natural 20 for Bellamy.
14.
The tree fails, and the unsuspecting aberration. Natural 20. That's 2 natural 20s on my saves. If you guys want to keep a track of those. So the aberration saves and Bellamy saves. What is my damage? 34. So that's
Really good damage.
17 for the 2.
Mm-hmm. And
Full damage to the tree guy.
that's going to... Well, he's going to take a 5-foot step back. That's the end of Ulysses' turn.
All right.
Just point of order, if it's a tree, you might want to check if it's vulnerable to fire.
I have it up right now. It is
Good.
not. You notice that the tree does not burn continuously.
Stupid tree.
Stupid tree. All right, so this is the back one. All right, so the back one is going to fly. Let me get their stat block up. Oh, wow, they have terrible flight. Okay. So he's going to fly
they're
up.
slow as
They're
fuck.
trying their best.
And he's going to be on top of the tree, but he is above the tree in that arc. And
How high above the ground is he at?
to be above the tree, he'd have to be 15 feet
Cool.
at least to the bottom of him. So he gets to make a couple of, he gets to make an attack. He's going to shoot eye rays out at the 3 people in front of him. All right. So I get to roll a d6. Oh, this is fun. I haven't done this before.
Like a beholder?
It is not a beholder. It is just as bad, though. The captain, I need you to make me a strength saving throw, Captain.
What? 8.
You fail.
Okay, third time's the charm, okay?
He moves you up to 30 feet in any direction, and you are restrained until the start of its next turn. So he's going to move you right next to Bellamy.
Oh, good.
Now for Brutalitops, a d6. A 1. I need Brutalitops to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's my best save. How about an 18?
You succeed as this wave of disorientation goes across your mind, and you are fine from that. And now the Duke has to... I have to roll against myself. Oh, I got another one. Uh-oh. The Duke has to make a wisdom saving throw. The Duke is alright. I got the 15 on the die. So the eye rays do not affect anyone except for the Neptune.
It got her precisely where she wanted to be.
Exactly. Now this one is going to fly its 20 feet directly over here, right next to the Duke, and fire 3 eye rays for itself. Starting with the captain. Captain, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Will that be a disadvantage because I'm restrained? Or no?
No.
4.
The captain is stunned as this ray of electricity pulses through your body.
Oh my god.
Brutalitops. I need Brutalitops. Oh, of course it is. A strength saving throw for Brutalitops.
No problem. How about a natural 20?
You are not shunted away from the tree. Now for the Duke. Oh boy. Not the Duke. The Duke has to make a charisma saving throw. Oh, the Duke got a natural 18. Yeah.
You take my 2 lowest saves for that.
It was a random d6. Thank you very much. It is now the tree's turn. Okay. The tree is going to use its multi-attack. It's going to reach out and attempt to grasp Brutalitops.
Bring it on, you ugly thing.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Just gonna make.
You are grappled. And then it's going to use a grasping root on the Duke. And I believe, yep, that hits the Duke. The Duke is also grappled. And then it's going to come in and hit with 2 branches. One to Brutalitops, one to the Duke.
Oh no!
20 to hit Brutalitops.
Yeah.
And that is a 17 to hit the Duke, which does not hit the Duke. Brutalitops, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as this giant tree root slams on top of your head while your feet are held in place.
Have to 8 because I'm raging.
Have to 8 because you're raging. Captain Neptune, it is your turn.
I can still make attacks as long as I don't use my... As long as I don't speak, right? And they're at disadvantage.
Let's see. You failed that one, so you are restrained.
So I'm restrained and stunned. So restrained, it doesn't say I can't attack.
If you are stunned,
I think the
then you
stun
can
makes
do
you,
nothing.
so you can't.
Yeah, you can't take actions.
Incapacitated for 1 minute.
But it doesn't say. I mean, technically it says. Oh, yeah.
You're
okay.
incapacitated.
I
You can do nothing.
got it.
Sorry.
The first sentence. I didn't read the... Gotcha. Cool.
But
So I'm gonna
hold
stay
on.
here.
But you do get to make me a saving throw at the start of each of your turns. So make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. 10.
You're still stunned.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay, guys.
So
It
that's
was
Neptune's
fun.
turn.
This one was fun. I got a really cool
Now,
notebook.
Bellamy the
I'll take it
hyena
always.
looks,
Funny man.
and with this big old toothy grin with advantage is going to bring a giant springed fist right into
Smart
your
ass
face.
remarks.
So we're going to hit you with advantage. Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Even with the bonus from your haste?
I have a 19 with haste.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Oh.
Unless
Ooh.
I'm missing something magically somewhere.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
All I have is leather armor.
Leather.
Yep, that sounds about
Sorry.
right then.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
It's all right. You're just
It's
getting
fun.
hit.
Okay, I had
So you take 22 points of damage.
really 20. Like, couldn't be 21, perhaps.
That's what the math comes out.
Oh, but I can still use my reaction. Ha! I'm gonna yeah. I can still use a
No, you
reaction
can't.
even.
You're incapacitated. You
can't.
can't take reactions.
Well, I have 22 hit points, guys. I'm down.
He moves to the side next to Brutalitops and tries
Sorry,
to
guys.
attack
I'm
him.
sorry.
He's punching Brutalitops.
Yep. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, meets it, beats it.
All right. This giant springed fist comes and plants it right on the side of your face while you're fighting these vines. That is 10, 13, 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Have to 8. And I need a strength saving throw from you, please.
Sure thing. How about a 15?
You're all right. You are not knocked prone. That is his turn. Farah, go ahead and make me a perception check.
What?
Perceptione check, please.
17.
All right. So you're reading the tales of Lothar, the begrudged and sad wizard, and you hear your captain have a death scream, and you know that there is combat outside of your library, and the walrus going. So, what do you do?
Then she's gonna make her way out of the library. I'm pretty sure when I. Ooh,
15 gets you to the door.
Oh. I'm gonna come up right behind him.
Come up out of the door, you open your wings and do a predatory bird dive towards the captain. Now what?
And then I am going to. I'm gonna throw a dart at Bellamy. So does
Oh,
a
yeah, she is
14
off, but I'm going to add her in there anyway because I skipped her last turn. You're going to throw it at dart at Bellamy. Go for it.
Does a 14 hit?
14 misses.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. So get 2 attacks.
All right.
Ooh, 22. No, 21.
21 hits.
Cool. So that's going to be 6 points of damage.
All right, 6 points of damage. Anything else from Farah?
That'll be all.
Cheshire Begrin. Sorry, no, Brutalitops.
All right. Seeing how this guy downed the captain, he's turning his attention from the tree to this guy. I see you like to fight dirty. He's just going to drop his hand crossbow with his offhand, reach back and pick out his lockpick and take a swing.
Swing with the pick.
Oh, no!
And you miss terribly.
Second swing with his lockpick. Plan
missed
before
twice.
you say anything
Maybe,
on that,
maybe.
he is going to try and make this a precise attack. Will a 21 hit this
A
motherfucker?
21 hits this guy.
As his blade, as his pick crashes into him for a total of 20 damage, 12 piercing and 8 radiant.
Ouch! Just right across the side. And you see that he tried to expand his chest, and you see the coils of a spring where you hit, but that sharp edge of the pick hits directly on a spring, and it hurts him.
And because he took out the captain, Brutalitops is pretty pissed at this point. Because this guy is not fighting one-on-one, so he's going to go ahead and action surge for 2 more slices with lockpick.
Yeah.
For an 18 and an 18 to hit.
18 and 18
23
hit.
more damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
That's it. Brutalitops is promoted.
Perhaps you didn't understand the terms of your duel was to be 1 versus 1, as the captain clearly made obvious.
As he just realizes he was about to repeat the word clearly made clear, and he just swings before this guy can react.
Right as he's going down from 3 monstrous hits from the lockpick, he just says, "She cheated first." Anything else, Brutalitops?
Just going to step in front of this.
You are grappled. Your speed is 0.
Oh, crap, that's right. Brutalitops is just going to hang out where he's at.
All right. Cheshire Begrin. People are going down left and right. What do you do?
Okay, well, seeing that that guy is now down, and there's really nothing I can do to help the captain, I'm
You
going to try to
have
do.
poison.
Apparently I don't have poison. I have a component of some poison.
Now's your chance to finish the captain off.
You can see if it works.
So I can see the tree and the floaty guy.
You can see all 3 of the other opponents.
Okay. Would this guy get cover?
Yes.
Or is he
He'd
floating
get
above the
he'd
roof?
get a partial AC bonus.
What about this guy?
He's in full view. He's up above the Duke.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to get some insightful fighting going against him.
Against the floaty squid guy?
Yep.
All right, against a Deceptione.
That's a 20.
You beat his deception.
Sweet. Okay. So, I don't actually get advantage. I just get
Sneak attack.
sneak attack, right?
I believe that's so.
I'm double checking.
I think it allows you to get sneak attack without anybody being near him.
Yeah, you can use your sneak attack against the target if you don't have advantage. Okay. So here I go attacking that guy. How about a 19? No, 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Sweet. So that is 5d6 plus 5.
Yep.
4, 9, 12, 15, 21, 26 points of damage.
Oh, 26 points of damage. Nice.
And like I said, I don't don't even think I have a potion or anything. So I'm just gonna stay here and prepare for next round to attack him again.
Alrighty.
Wait, Lucas?
Yes.
I don't think I'm on the turn order. Should I have rolled for initiative at one point?
If you wanted to be involved, I mean, you're preaching to the red light
I'm
district right now.
so
How
sorry.
important is it?
I mean, how loud is it?
I
there are
mean,
fireballs
it's
going
real
off
loud.
and all
There's a lot of
sorts
explosions going on, but these people are really interested in the word that you're preaching to them.
A lot of sinners.
Blanche is sitting there preaching as fireballs are going off, and she's like, God has
She
heard me.
She walks away from explosions. So I would say it's in your backstory to not pay attention to explosions.
That is true, and I do have sinners. I'm just gonna
So
roll
roll me a perception check.
I'm so sorry I haven't spoke up until
No,
right
it's
now. I was
fine.
running.
I like it. Thematically, you're just like, I'm doing what I do.
Yeah, no, this totally makes sense.
I'm so sorry.
Natural 20. You
Oh my
turn
God.
around at the sound of she cheated first because you're like, that's a sinner talking. And you see that Neptune and this nameless person that you don't know are both lying on the floor bleeding out. And there's some, that's all you see. Like, you just see a couple of people lying out, and you see that Cheshire and Farah are kind of in attack poses. And you see a walrus standing out in the middle of the street.
It's time to punish some sinners.
There you go.
That's
People
Oh,
around
what
you are feared. Oh yeah, they failed their save, so they're afraid of you now.
But is it? Oh, damn it. Ah, shit. Okay, well, sometimes a god needs to be feared, so she'll move 30 feet, 5, 10. To here, can she see?
You see a tree and a floating squiggly monster.
That seems like some demons I need to take care of. So she's going to shoot some eldritch blasts at these
Which
mothers.
ones? One at the tree, one at the squiggly guy?
Just at the tree. That seems like the
Alright,
biggest
2 at the
target.
tree. Got it.
Okay. So 1.
The 22 hits.
Hey, hey! Oh.
But you do no damage because your words do not hurt this tree.
No!
You just didn't put your damage in.
Impossible.
Where did I put my damage?
You didn't.
It's just not on there.
Shit.
You really got her, guys.
even the words that she's saying, rather than to feel the words she's saying.
I'm sorry, I got it off of D&D Beyond, and I thought it was not D&D Beyond.
The
what is it
SRD,
called?
yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
the
checking.
SRD doesn't have it on there for some reason. It happens every time somebody plays a warlock.
I'm so sorry. What was the damage?
It's a
One
D10, unless you
And I
took,
shot.
what is it, Agonizing Blast, and then you can add your Charisma, but if you didn't take it, then you don't get it.
I believe I did. Yeah, Agonizing Blast. I didn't put it on there,
Alright,
but
so
I
it's a D10 plus your Charisma modifier.
did. D10.
And what's your modifier?
Dang.
My modifier is a 4.
So 5 points of damage to the tree.
Great. And only the 20. Only the 20. Damn it. Well,
Yep.
shoot.
Anything else would Blanche like to do as a bonus action?
No.
Hey, that brings us to the Duke. The Duke is going to use a bonus action to do. He's got so many bonus action things to do. He's going to use a bonus action to enter a prophetic state. Sure, that sounds good. And then he will use his action to attempt to break free of the roots that are currently binding him. And he fails. Oh, he's got a second attack. Yeah, come on. Nope, still fails. So the Duke is entering a prophetic state, but he cannot move. Ulysses, it is your turn.
Okay, Ulysses is going to. Well, he's going to move closer to the captain. He can't make it to the captain because he's slow. And he sees 3 of these things. 1, 2, 3.
You see 3 monsters.
He's going to fireball again, and he's going to exclude the Duke and Brutalitops, and I think that's the only people he needs to exclude.
Yep.
He's going to let it hit Bellamy. Yeah.
All right.
He's going to make sure it hits that dude and roasts him. And you know what? Let's do it at 4th level.
Okay. 6s for all 3 of those guys. Oh. They all fail.
And you know what? I'm gonna use a sorcery point for my empowered spell, and I'm gonna re-roll the 3 ones.
All right, so 33.
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
39 points of damage to all 3 of them.
Well, they get to make dex saves.
They all rolled 6s, so
they all
taking
failed.
full damage. Yeah.
Beautiful. I wish I was alive to see this.
You kill one of the creatures. The one that was hovering outside of Duke. Anything else, Ulysses?
Yeah, we're probably going to get a rest after this. He's going to use Quicken Spell, and then he's going to use Toll the Dead on the tree.
Okay, toll it.
So it's a Wisdom save, right?
I believe it is.
Let me see. Yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
It fails. Roll your
So it's going to take 2d12. 17 damage.
Ouch. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right. This guy. He is going to move over here. So that's 10 feet of movement, and he moves another 10 feet up in the air, so he's 25 feet up in the air. And he's going to start doing some eye rays. So, who's in range? I think everyone's in range. Let's make sure. Okay, everyone's in range.
Oh.
So, there's one
Captain can be
down.
first.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a D6. So we'll start with the D6 and see who it's targeting. Ulysses. And a save. Of course it hits you. I need an intelligence saving throw from Ulysses. Yeah, you're all right. He tries to pierce your mind. This is for 4x, for Cheshire, 3d8. 1, 3, and 7. All the good rolls. All right, now.
Well, I got 1 extra hit point out of it.
Yeah. All right, another.
Worf.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit! It's my character, the Duke. All right. 4. Oh no. Oh, actually, that's my good stat.
How funny would it be if Lucas killed his own character?
If I killed my own character? No, he's all right. He got a 13 on the die. He passes that saving throw. Last eye beam. Brutalitops. Blanche is lucky. I can't do that one. It's a reroll.
I believe I have been blessed.
course,
There is
you
no
have been
such thing as
blessed.
below.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Brutalitops. Yeah, you're all right. Of course, it worked out in the favor that the 3 people that are targeted Their best saves were targeted. Farah, it is your turn. Farah,
What?
it's your turn. Uh-oh.
Summer, if you're talking, we can't
Uh-oh.
hear you.
I heard a what?
Yeah.
See her circle lit up on Discord, but I don't hear her.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no.
Internet broken.
She was asking a while ago if we were talking.
Hello?
That
we
Yeah,
go.
we found you.
Hello.
Yay!
All right. So this guy right here, he's up 25 feet, correct?
He is now up 25
25.
feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna have Farah go up 25 feet, and then
Ooh.
the next guy another 5 feet to get up in his business.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and hit him twice with my short swords. So, 23. Sorry,
Holy-
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and that's gonna be 8 damage,
Okay.
and then one more,
Go ahead.
and then I'm guessing an 8 does not hit,
An 8 does not hit.
and then I'm gonna unarmed strike him.
Oh, kick him.
That's my plan. Oh, 26
Yes.
for 7 damage.
Ow, he's looking rough. Tendrils are starting to get limp and he's bleeding. This purplish ichor just drooping on top of this tree. And is there anything else you'd like to do, Farah?
Nope, that will be all.
All right, it is the tree's turn. All right, let's see. We got you grappled and you grappled, so we can't use that anymore. So, all right. It is. Oh. Brutalitops and Rocky have to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage at the start of their turn. Half to 4 for Brutalitops. All right. And he is going to reach out. You're above him. He can't hit you. So he's going to reach out at Neptune and Brutalitops with a branch attack.
Well, it hits.
It hits. It does not. Oh, it does crit. That's 2 death saves. It's a melee attack. Brutalitops. Let's see here. Does a. Oh, yeah, that's going to hit. That's 28 to hit.
Just mates.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 8. And then he is going to reach out with his giant wooden maw and attempt to swallow the Duke. And he beats the Duke's AC, but the Duke is going to use his prophetic state to make him roll a disadvantage. And he rolled a natural 20. So the Duke gets swallowed by the giant tree.
Ruh-roh.
Now's not the time to be playing in trees, Duke.
Don't worry, you'll get my nuts. Neptune.
Crazy.
A very important death
Thanks
saving
for
throw.
the 2 death saves, DM. I was feeling half okay until right now. Okay,
You're all
there's
right.
a success. This
You know, all right. That's 2 successes, 2 failures. That's not all right.
Brutalitas.
Elatops is just gonna reload and then loose a bolt from his hand crossbow at this stinking 24 to hit
At the tree?
at the tree that's grappling him right now for 17 total damage, 8
How do you
piercing.
want to kill the tree?
Just screaming out, "Ah, don't get out here!" And as he's looking upwards, fumbling about with the roots around his feet, Farah, can you take another swipe at that thing? As he's going to make use of his commander strike, foregoing his second attack and his bonus action to allow her, if she chooses, to use her reaction to get another hit on this thing,
Oh hell yeah.
adding
Oh, yeah.
4 to your damage.
So roll to hit then, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, 18.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right, and then that's nice. 7 plus 4, so 11.
11.
Nice.
Very hurt. Very hurt.
And since he's no longer grappled, he's then just going to stand over Neptune's body to make himself a more viable target for Ira.
All right.
Lucas, did I ever roll initiative? I don't. Sorry.
You're going next.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
There. Because
Okay,
that's
I'm
when you
so
moved
sorry.
when you knew what was happening. So, it's your
Yeah,
turn,
I'm
Blanche.
so sorry. Let's see what I can do. She'll move right here. See that there's only this tentacle monster thing. That doesn't do. That's some bad news right there. So she's going to cast Eldritch Blast 2 times. 2 beams at the.
I'm sorry, you cast Poison Spray twice?
No, Eldritch Blast twice.
A 20 does hit. 1d10 plus 4.
Okay. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm sorry, my 4.
8?
No, yes. Yes, an 8.
All right. Anything else, Blanche?
No. I'm sorry.
All right. Cheshire B. Grin.
Is Blanche apologizing?
I was muted, wasn't I?
You were.
New
So-
character.
Seeing as
You're in character.
he's not mute, he just has a very hard time speaking. He has a very rough voice. Anyway, you guys managed to kill the 2 people that I had my insightful fighting against.
Well,
And
he's within
single-handedly
5
this
feet
last guy.
of an opponent, so you don't need to incite him.
But I'm going to use my dash feature, run over here, and pull out the potion of healing that I have. And you're not going to ask me where I got it because that other ship never knew what they were missing. And I'm going to open it and pour it into the captain's throat.
Oh my god, I'm
2d4 plus 2.
Oh my god. Am I gonna use my notebook after all?
So there's a 4 and a 1. So there's 7 points of healing.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay. Thank you.
And
Thank
if
you,
I
Cheshire.
understand haste correct, she is still hasted.
For real?
Yeah, I still have
He
concentration.
still
on
has
it.
concentration on the
awesome.
haste.
So I'm going to. That's my move and my standard. I guess my bonus and my standard.
Mhm.
So now I'm going to move again. There.
Dodging out of the way. I like it. That brings us to the Duke's turn. The Duke comes out. Cheeks are full and puffy. And he says, "Don't worry, Brutaltots. I will take care of this nonsense." And he's going to make use of his feline agility, or his squirrel line agility, and run up the side of the building, climbing, and doing a double, or jumping and doing a double piercing attack at this floating creature. So we'll see if it hits. Nope. But he's going to use his prophetic state to use his reaction to re-roll that at advantage. 17 does hit, and for a second attack, that also hits, and he stabs it twice, and just drops Iker down below as this Mind Witness is taking a ton of damage, and he falls back down to the ground, cheeks full of God knows what. Ulysses, your turn.
He provoked an attack of opportunity from it.
No, because he's a squirrel and he falls slowly.
All right.
Ulysses, your turn.
He's gonna cast a second level magic missile at the Mind Witness.
Oh, I love that magic missile.
That did not roll at all. Okay, let me try that again. So it should be
4d4
4 darts?
plus 4, right?
14.
Oh, yeah. How do you want to kill this Mind Witness?
He just you see his tusks glow as he's moving his his hands in the arcane motions of casting his spell, and then there's this magic that kind of manifests from between his tusks as these little balls of energy fly off and just pierce right into the eyewitness,
Taking out several of the eye rays as it's...
And then he like takes his hands and he just like dusts off his tunic and he says, "Right, well, everyone alive? Okay, we're good. We're good."
And we are out of combat, as there's no one to make death saves.
Oh my
Not
god. That was intense.
He's
Neptune.
gonna walk up to Neptune. He's gonna slap her on the back and he's gonna say, "Well done, Captain. You got him." Bah.
Neptune, I can't believe that man attacked you entirely unprovoked like that.
Well,
Such a sinful thing for him to do.
I mean, technically it was supposed to be a challenge, a one-on-one challenge. Good news, guys, though. We've officially captured our first bounty as a crew. And she's gonna step on you guys.
The Duke walks up and he pulls open his cheeks and 2 giant nuts fall out. In
Phrasing.
commemoration of your win, Captain. The Duke does not like phrasing.
The Lord has smiled upon us today, and my God has smiled up upon us today and delivered us a true blessing. Praise be.
Out of character, where the heck do we drag this guy to get paid?
Oh shoot!
That's a
Oh,
really
no.
good question. I haven't thought of that yet.
Not here. There's no marine presence here on Jai Island.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, well, I got him. So, I would just want to say
What was his bounty
what
anyway?
upstanding crew you guys all are. You've really proved yourselves to me today. I know we've had a bit of a questionable. Yeah, it was 4,000, so worth it.
We do.
Ulysses begins counting things out on his abacus ring.
Does he have like a ring on each finger so that way he can
Hold on.
total
I found a
them?
picture of this. Hold on, I want to show this to you guys. Hold on.
It's not the D20 ring, is it?
Mm-mm.
I mean, come on. 4X is worth
Okay.
2,500. This guy should have
I imagine seeing a giant walrus trying to do. I love it.
That's so cute.
He's
He does it
running the
with his
numbers.
mage hand, so it's delicate.
You see the beads slowly start moving by themselves.
He basically has a risk calculator.
Yes. All right. So you can capture the body. Report to the local janitors that there is a couple of tentacled creatures and a giant tree that need to be removed, and you can go about your business. Whatever your business may be.
Are my future followers, are they still afraid of me?
Let me see. Yes.
She'll try to win them back. You know, the Lord gives second chances, so why not take a chance with this? Why not take a chance with me?
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh, dang.
What's this guy's name? The hyena, but he had a G name.
Bellamy the
Bellamy?
hyena.
Bellamy, not a G name.
Bellamy, the G is
It's
silent.
close to a
Oh,
G.
come on.
Their insight to
9.
your persuasion has failed.
Why did you have disadvantage on your persuasion?
Because she said all sinners must burn in hell or something of that such to a bunch of prostitutes.
Oh, shit. Well,
But
I would
no,
say
their insight failed, and so they are now from unfriendly to neutral with Blanche.
now when I
what
said
you're saying is
sinner,
right, yeah.
I did not mean you. My God loves everyone except murderers of bad people, and she'll continue to preach on about who's a sinner, who's not.
Hand out a couple pamphlets.
So murderers of bad people are not cool?
Of good
just
people.
don't.
Dang.
Okay. And are there any shops around here?
What kind of shop would you like?
I need to get some healing potions. I can only afford one, but I need to pay Cheshire back for sure. And yeah, I'd like to make sure that's in possession.
Captain T, if I can be so forward in making a suggestion, there's an armorer across the street who had a fine set of studded leather inside.
Definitely.
Make sure we do something with this body.
Otherwise,
somebody else will try to steal your bounty.
Well, DM said that we collected it, so.
If you want, you can collect the head,
obviously.
and I will allow Cheshire, who's learning how to craft things, to roll me a medicine check to try to preserve the head.
A medicine check, huh? Not a nature check?
Sell it to me, and I might give it to you.
Using natural herbs to try and preserve
I
it,
want
which is-
Cheshire to sell it to me, not
15
Captain
for a
T.
medicine check.
15. Yeah, you find the right combination of herbs and salts in order to basically mummify the head, keeping the features in order to present that to a marine at some point. But it is a preserved head, so you can put that in someone's sheet as a preserved head of Bellamy the hyena.
I'm not
I'd
keeping
love
it.
to have that.
I'll
Blanche
put
will
it
turn
down
it
so we
into a
remember to
candlestick.
cash it in.
That's the captain's bounty.
But I'm definitely looking for a shop that sells books on how to make, how to preserve and do other things with natural ingredients. So my nature
Well,
check.
your friend Farah would know all about a place to go find books.
Yes, but I can't communicate with Farah.
You can write,
Have
can't
it
you?
right.
You can ask me and I can ask her.
We need to put a chalkboard on his neck.
There was another reason I was looking for chalk.
You can find that in this town too. Yeah, no. So you find your way to the library and roll me an investigation check for finding a book on natural stuff.
All right. Plus 10 to investigation. How about a 21?
21. Yes. You go through and you find a particular section, and you look down it, and you find.
I'll tell you the
this...
book I was looking for.
Yeah, what book are you looking for?
I'm trying to find Turning the Natural World to Your Advantage for Profit and Infamy.
Ooh. Let me roll. You find a book that is volume 2 of Nature and Profit for Fame and Infamy.
Excellent.
But it's like one of those textbooks that if you don't have the first one, can't really use the second one, but it's there.
I'm getting it anyway.
All right. 5 gold pieces.
Done.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do? Healing potion, you can find one, and if you want to try to negotiate, you can if you want, or you can just buy it at book value.
Well, first I am gonna go with Erling's idea and get some studded leather armor, because that'll save me faster, maybe, hopefully, than the healing potion. But
Let's
I do
see
wanna
if
try
you
and
face
barter
another
it
tree
down.
again, or a guy with spring for hands.
Okay. And didn't we get any sort of money in advance to go after Law?
If I remember right, Nick, I think we had 500 starting gold plus the equipment for our original characters.
That will really help me if I had money to spend.
Yeah, for some reason, I mean, I'm not going to complain, but my character sheet had 570 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because
so-
mine's only 70, so I'm
Yeah,
like, I thought I had
it's
more.
500 plus your starting equipment plus like
Okay, perfect.
one magic item.
Yeah, we got to pick one magic item.
Okay, I forgot the 5 in front of the 75. Cool. Cool. And I know we have a group of 50 right now, so go crazy, kids. But yeah, I'm gonna go
So you
get
can
the
buy more
studded
than one
leather
healing
armor
potion.
first. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy more than one now that I know I have more.
Considering
More
you
money.
don't have a healer, yes, that would
Yeah,
be very
it's
wise.
definitely gonna be a very valuable asset to this team. But studded leather armor first, and I am gonna try and haggle it down. I think it's 45. I'll try and get it for like 38.
Bring your haggle on. Come on.
Neptune's gonna come in and look around this shop and see that they have studded leather armor, and say, hey, so I noticed you did a solid for my buddy out there. You gave him a really, really good shield. So I figured I'd come here, and spreading the word is worth more money than gold. So I thought you might be able to give me a good deal, and I could maybe pass along word of your shop to a few of my other comrades, and see if we could work out here. She'll try and.
So you're
Haggle.
looking for studded armor.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Studded
about it.
leather armor. So, What type of make of studded leather would you like to adorn your person? We have stuff made by the sea elves, which are certainly more aquatic in design. We have stuff made by the dwarves in Ball Island. They are sturdy, slightly heavier, but the design is a little more geometric. We also have some things from the mythical Sky Island with a very fairy motif attached to it.
Out of character, are any of these different stat-wise, or is it just look-wise?
You don't know.
Okay. I'd be unfamiliar with the dwarven or mythical sky land place, so please let me know what's the difference.
If we're in the shop for a little while, can I ritually cast Detect Magic?
Of course. He says, so, this particular one, like I said, the dwarven one, is slightly heartier. It will hold up to all the harshest elements above ground and below ground. The one from the sea elves is, it's flowy. It does not restrict your swimming movements. And the one from Sky Islands feels lightweight but strong as dragon scales. With your detect magic, you detect that there is no magic amongst these armors.
They're all about the same.
Prettier.
This man behind the counter does not like the way you're talking. So what is it?
So I am obviously, as her hair is like moving like it's underwater, I am obviously one who enjoys the deep swim. So you said that the sea elves will not restrict my swim speed, but will the other ones restrict it at all?
Roll an insight check.
A 3.
You think that everything that he's saying is accurate. He's giving realistic descriptions of what leather armor would do based on different construction.
So then if I got like the dwarven one because geometric shape sounds cool, or the sky one because the dragonness sounds really cool, will that restrict my water? Like I don't want to get one that restricts swim speed. That's why I'm asking. They sound really cool, but I'm like,
so mechanically
sorry.
they're all studded leather armor. He is trying to pull one over on you to try to buy something at more expensive value than what it is.
Well, okay, gotcha. Man, got fooled. So I like the details, okay? So I want to pick the prettier one. I'm going to go with the Sky Island one because I really like the idea of it being mythical, but I'm still going to offer 38 gold.
Roll a persuasion check.
26.
You got a natural 1. For you, lady, with your flowing hair, I will do it for 38 gold. And, might I say, that this silver leather armor accentuates your hair perfectly.
That's what I was thinking, too. Definitely the best choice.
So you hand over the gold. He hands over this suit of Sky Island leather, studded leather. And it is basically buffed with a silver buff. It's like a dull silver. So it looks metallic but elegant. The design on the front is kind of a flowing, almost looks like angel's wings on the front. And then on the back, you see that protruding from the shoulders are 2 small angel wings that stick out. Non-functional, but very fashionable.
Look adorable now. And it's just studded leather armor.
Standard studded leather armor.
No magical +1 for me.
Not for 38 gold.
Hey, you know what? Maybe. Okay, perfect. That's on there. Okay, well, I appreciate your time, good sir. Did you need anything from here?
Yep.
You.
Speaking of,
You-
of magic stuff, is there a shop that would sell magic weapons or magic items
Right?
here?
Is that a thing here? I'll go look
Yes, there is a shop of rare arcane trinkets and baubles and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'll come with you to that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right, we're all gonna go to that one.
Okay.
Oh, I want to get an herbalism kit as long as we're in town. I've already got the book, which is going to help me, gain proficiency in with my herbalism kit. Once I get, volume 1 anyway. And then I just wanted to see if they had a place that had any, run-of-the-mill +1 magic item sort of things.
It looks like in this particular shop. One moment.
And I still have my detect magic up as we come in.
Yes.
Very
so
useful.
what you see is a single story timber and brick building, slate roof kind of thing. But when you walk in, you see that the ceiling inside, everything is cast in this shadowy darkness. And you see that there are lit gems simulating the night sky. And behind the counter, you see that there's a tall, like half-orc woman. And you could see that there are scars across her face, signifying that she had a life of adventure. But seems well off. So, what can I do for you?
And the captain's with me?
Yes. I will
gonna
be your
sign-
translator.
I'm going to sign to you and say that I was wondering if you had any magical short bows.
She's gonna nod and then look to the storekeep. Yeah, we're looking to see what kind of magical short bows you have in stock today, among maybe other magical items.
And scroll.
First, Alatops is going to nod and then translate in Orcish to her. They want bows and magic.
And scrolls.
All of us translating.
She replies back, yes, we do have some magic papers here, as well as some potions and some armors and weapons. I do not have any special bows, though.
She says that they have papers and magic weapons, but no bows.
What kind of magic weapons and what kind of magic papers?
The dangerous types. And the legible ones.
Thanks, Chalatops. That's
With the shopkeep in Orcish. Sorry, they're new at this.
That's fine. So, what I have for you is 2 spell scrolls. One of Globules of Illumination, and one of the Sleeting Storm. I also have a couple of potions if you're interested. as well as some armors and some weapons, a flail, a battle axe. Let's see, what else do I have here? I also have armors. I have a shield that is finely crafted. I have some splint armor, though I think only you, she points at Brutalitops, would be fit to wear it. As well as a nice, quick detach set of half-plate armor. As well as this nice little feather token.
And he will be translating all that as best he can.
She's speaking in common.
And he's still going to be trying to translate all of that.
Ulysses is gonna lean over to Brutalitops and say,
You know we all can understand her, right?
Oh, you speak common.
Oh my god, he just.
My God.
Oh my god!
he like puts his flipper on his head. Yes.
What language did you think we were speaking this whole time?
I thought you were speaking walrus or something.
And you just thought you understood walrus?
I noticed we had a knack for it. I thought there was
Walrus sounds like this. And he's gonna like start speaking Aquan.
That's what you've been speaking this whole time. A lot of the and onwards and whatnot.
And Neptune understands
You
what
understand
everything
that
Ulysses
part?
is saying.
Neptune understands all of it.
Just sounds you were making more breathing.
What race did you pick?
What?
What race is Ulysses?
Ulysses it's a homebrew race that I found called the Selkie, and he's a walrus folk.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So this is what I have at the moment.
I'm interested in the shield and the feather trinket.
The flail and the battle axe.
Prices. How much is stuff?
Yeah.
You're making me look it up. Hold on.
Rah.
Random generators don't have prices.
Xanathar's does.
But does he have health potions here too? You said he had some potions, so.
There's also that list of. I loved using that list of common items that Ryan sent us like forever ago. The sane magic items.
That's what I'm looking up right now. The feather token is 250 gold.
So what does it do?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't have that. Look it up. It's the feather token.
It's just about, okay, I'll look it up.
It's finally crafted.
Ryan may have to reshare that sheet again because I've changed computers. I'm not sure I still have it.
She says she just sells items. She doesn't know what they do exactly.
No, I know where they came from. So the feather token is 250 gold. One of the potions that she has is a potion of climbing for 180 gold. She has a potion of gaseous form, which is nice. That's 300 gold. The +1 weapon is it is a +1 masterwork flail. That's going to run you 1,000. The armor is going to run you 1,000 for the +1 shield. She also has a quarterstaff, +1.
The shield is 1,000.
Shield is 1,000.
Okay.
You got that kind of money yet? Rah.
Well, if we turn this head in, I would. Not yet.
Hey, you know who this guy is? Rah.
And
Yes, he
Hold
is
up the head.
very rude.
You want to collect this bounty and trade it, all this magical stuff for it?
Ooh.
Oh, Oh ho ho.
Ooh,
Oh ho
like
ho.
that.
Dang.
Ah,
Present your wants, and I might consider this trade.
ah, 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 ah.
Ah, nah, nah, nah.
So what did you want for Talatops, Ulysses, Pesher?
About to tell us about that splint armor, the battle axe, and those scrolls she's got.
I'm trying to find the price for this thing, but it's not showing up on this page. Oh no.
What are they? Maybe we won't want them.
You don't know Brutalitops.
I have
So-
detect magic up. I can detect what kind of aura it is.
Yeah. So the battle axe is emanating a. Let's see here. It's emanating a magic that is not an arcane school. But the armors, I'll just go ahead and tell you. The half plate is a cast off armor. The splint is an armor of gleaming. And it's a +1 shield,
Common
+1 flail.
enchantments.
Yeah. But the axe seems.
But this, I don't know what this is. Where did you get this? Is this cursed?
How would I know if it's cursed or not? I just took it off of a random body on an island far away.
So is the feather token a whip, a tree, a swan boat, a fan, a bird, or an anchor?
No,
Tree.
which one is it? Oh, it's a tree?
Tree.
Well, that's the one I didn't want.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not rookie.
I didn't think you guys were actually going to look for magic items, so I didn't prepare a bunch of cool magic items. I had to use a random generator, and that's what came up.
Is it possible if Vanch could wander in to try to find some, blessed artifacts?
We thought we ditched you. She found us again, guys.
Oh, shit, look.
What type of artifacts are you looking for?
Something of the poison. Something that might be poisoned, or a really nice, weird-looking knife.
Poisoned or a weird-looking knife?
Anything blessed.
Blessed by who?
The one true God.
She
Forget
kind of
her.
she squints her eyes and looks at you. Yeah,
Don't worry,
I
she's
have
totally serious.
a weird-looking dagger that might suit your needs.
That's wonderful.
Don't encourage her.
She pulls out this dagger, and it is definitely weird-looking as she pulls it out of a sheath, and you see that it is a solid black blade, and the blade curves up at the tip, but as you follow the edge of the blade, it makes swirls like a flame is licking the edge of the blade.
Oh no.
Oh my
Rachel's
God.
gonna get the flame.
This is a very potent, blessed dagger. I have a feeling that you would like it very much.
Looks like holy fire.
Do I see that he's trying to fish around to see if he can bargain with give me a higher price than it really is?
Well, he hasn't given you a price yet.
Ah, shoot, I
so
don't
you
know.
wouldn't know.
Well, yes, I absolutely do. Oh, but unfortunately, I don't have.
But wait. What does it do? I mean, yes, it's fancy looking, but that doesn't really tell us much else other than it's pretty.
That is true. You could be lying to me,
This
sir.
dagger will bring holy fire upon any who is struck with it, as long as you struck deep and true.
Oh God, I want this.
What does something like that run?
I want to know what she values for holy fire and obliteration.
How many potions have we got amongst the crew?
I'm planning on buying some today, but as of right now, I have none.
Talking about healing potions.
Yes. Peppermint flavor if you have any.
Peppermint, of course. I have those in the nice section of the building. And she goes and takes 2 steps to the right, and it looks just as dank as everything else. And she pulls out a couple of boxes of healing potions.
I think we'll take some of those for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. There are 45 apiece, right?
No. They are 50 apiece.
50 now.
I think we should start with priorities, and I think those should be towards the top of our list.
She slides back over while you guys are looking at the healing potions to the other side of the counter, back in front of Blanche.
We have to make these discussions on the ugly side of the shop.
No, you can look over and see how many you want. So, tell me, dear, what do you value for holy fire?
Well, I value a lot of things. I would say my absolute. Can I kill this man? I would say
It's a woman. Thank you very
Can
much.
I'm so sorry. Can I kill this woman? No. I would say like 100 gold. Yeah, 100 gold pieces would start, so I can get my materials for preaching.
Who are you preaching for?
The downtrodden, the sinful, the needy. Those type of people. People who just want to hear my God.
And what is the name of your God?
The name of my God is Varatu.
Varatu. I think I've heard of them. Good work. At least
I
that's what
know.
they say in the East.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely know what I'm talking about, huh? So, how about just 100 gold pieces?
Blanche, I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I forgot to say it. One of them was a 17, the first roll that I had.
So a dirty 20.
Yes.
Have we got a name for this dagger yet?
No. She looks down at the dagger, looks at you. She sees the fire in your eye. I will give you this dagger if you spread the word of Varatu around the world.
Oh, you know I will. I'm extremely devoted. No one will ever stand in my way.
Good. Use it well. And you must use it.
I feel like it's cursed. she'll bow her head slightly and join the rest of and join the captain and Cheshire.
Do you take the dagger?
Yes.
Okay. She slides back over. Her face is slightly illuminated by the crystals shining through the glass. So, how many potions do you want? And how many of the items would you like to trade for the head of this foul dog?
I think we're looking at least a potion for each of us to get us started in these negotiations. So, one for Cheshire, one for Ulysses, one for the Duke, one for myself, one for Captain T, one for Farah, and one for Blanche. So, 7 potions to start.
Well, I was doing the math earlier, Ben, just with my. Hold on. I was doing the math earlier with just my funds and not if they're going to trade with the head. So I could only afford one each, really, with a little extra spending. So I'm more than happy to get at least 2 each, though.
Yeah, if we're going to use this, potentially 4,000 gold bounty as our marker here, I'm not sure there's 4,000 worth of stuff in this shop we want.
I think there is.
Yeah, if
The plus
Between
one
the
armors are
potions,
1,000
the
apiece.
potions, the weapons,
are
the
1,000
shield,
apiece.
the armor, the
Mhm.
scrolls. Like, there's all sorts of shit.
Okay.
I was trying to put it in chat. So I was like, what?
Mama.
He sees Elmo, guys. He's really
Oh.
excited about the Elmo in Discord.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so what she has is 1 + 1 shield, 1 + 1 flail, 1 + 1 quarterstaff, armor of gleaming splint, a magical battle axe, cast off armor plate, potion of climbing, potion of gaseous form, feather token tree, scroll of dancing lights, and a scroll of ice storm.
How much is the scroll of ice storm?
I knew you were going to ask, and I was just looking it up. What level is Ice Storm?
I don't know.
4th level.
4th level. All right. So 4th level, scroll. It'd be under consumables, I believe.
So it's half the price of a normal magic item at that level.
Spell scroll level 4, 320 gold. And 10 gold for dancing lights.
Yeah, I'd like both of those if you don't mind.
So, whatever you guys want. You got 4,000 gold to work with plus your personal funds.
So, 14 potions for 2 each. The 2 scrolls, the magical battle axe, the shield, the holy fire dagger.
Wait, Charles is distracting me. Did you say the shield in there too? Can you type
Type it
it in? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, thank you. I'm like, I don't know what it all was.
So that's the 14 potions, the plus 1 shield, the 2 scrolls. Did we get a price for the magical axe?
Not yet.
And did you want that arm or New Year Barbarian?
Yeah, I'm good without the armor.
Is there armor that is any of it light armor? Plus any white armor?
No, all she has is heavy and medium.
Ah. Dang it.
No magical rapiers?
The battle axe will be 1,000 gold for the battle axe.
Might as well. Bringing our total to 30.
We need to spend more money, guys. We can do it.
We might throw in the post of climbing in gaseous form.
Do you have any?
Ulysses would he would like to try to convince her. You'll say,
Now, I understand, as somebody who is a procurer of magical things, that you always have something that, is your secret stash kind of thing. Your close to you kind of items, or anything of that nature that you're just not showing us. Wow.
And repeating kind of an orcish, agents of Veratu, one could surely respect, from one to another. As we are trying to make forward progress in our mission, and any additional help, even if it's under the table, would be certainly appreciated. Trying to give some assistance if any role is required.
So, Nick, what were you trying to achieve?
basically, he's asking her if she has like a personal stash.
Back room.
A personal... Yeah. Oh, a back room. Oh, a back room.
No, not the bathroom. The back room.
I think we have to buy something first, don't we?
What's not on display?
Yes. She has one item. There was one item that has kept me alive throughout the years. I would be amiss to part with it, but I would if it meant for Veratu's shining light, yes. But it will be hard to step away from such an item.
I understand, but an item such as this needs to see the light of the day so that way Veratu's gaze might bless it more instead of being in some dingy little back room.
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Hell yeah!
For Brutalitops.
Oh.
No. Ooh, 18.
Nice.
Right.
Plus 0.
Oh, no. Blanche gets advantage, sorry. Brutalitops was aiding with the Veratu stuff.
Okay, so
yes. Less than an 18, we're taking the 18.
Oh no.
You have advantage. 19.
Nice.
Hey. Oh, really low on their check. I tell you what. I really like her. She is going places.
Hey.
I will give you this staff. And the scrolls. 2 sets of healing potions. The dagger. The battle axe and the shield. For 4,000 gold.
Or in this case, this guy's head.
In that case, yes. Now, if you wanted to purchase the other potions and the other armors and weapons, they would have to be separate.
I think that's more than fair, y'all.
Just double checking. So she's saying everything we have on the table now, plus the staff in exchange for the head.
Yeah, she's saying 2 sets of potions at $700, 700 gold, the 2 scrolls, the battle axe, the shield, and the potion of climbing and gaseous form, plus the staff. So anything else would have to be extra. So if you wanted the the flail, or any of the armors, or the quarterstaff, or the token, those would be a separate transaction.
Gotcha. Thanks.
I think that's everything we wanted, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy with that deal.
Let's see. Is there anything? The Duke hasn't been speaking, so is there anything that he would use?
Actually, we had to leave a very valuable piece of our machinery behind at when we last made port. Do you happen to sell crowbars here?
I have.
What did Blanche about to say? I have a crowbar.
I have a crowbar. What do we need a crowbar for?
I leave mine back to wedge the door from the inclement weather we were facing at our last port.
She'll throw a crowbar in, free of charge.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like this is a good deal, unless Rocky or Duke has anything. No, we're just getting all the items because we're getting
Just
that.
the items.
What is it? That staff, that magical
It's
staff
a
that she
magical
wants.
staff.
Great, Blanche
And
with a magical
she's-
dagger and a magical staff.
Yeah.
That should be good.
Oh, hey. As a wizard, I would like consideration for said magical staff, depending on what it is.
Yeah,
She
just
looks at the
fight with
walrus
that.
and just shakes her head, seeing that glint in your
Hey,
eye
I
as she
didn't
pulls
say
out
that
the
to
staff.
her.
She knows. She can tell. She's a shopkeeper.
Looking at it. No.
So this staff, as she pulls it out from the back room, she unwraps it from this cloth, and you see that it's an ornately carved staff. And at the top of this staff, you see that there is a sapphire inside of a horse's mouth at the top of it.
What does it do?
This is known as a staff of healing. It
Ah!
has kept me alive for many a years. It is also able to locate horses.
Random combination.
Can it find seahorses?
I never tried it. It could work.
Heals people and tells you where horses are. I love it. Yeah, no, we're taking the deal. Here's the head. Load up. We've got things to do, crew. We appreciate your business, and we will spread the name of the
Veratu.
Veratu. Yeah, we're gonna spread his name like wildfire.
Like the Nosferatu.
Honestly, Ben.
Nosferatu.
I was put on the spot, and I could only think of Nosferatu, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, worshipping a vampire god.
Yeah, so we load up, get our shit, and get out. I can add a +1 shield.
Ulysses, I don't suppose you're able to understand the arcane properties of these items. You can identify what they're capable of doing. Would you mind looking over this battle axe when you have a moment?
Same for the dagger, honey. I just want to see.
No, Blanche, get in line.
I know. After I know how to wait my turn.
Both of you are gonna have to pay the price of bringing me one beer.
A tap or special request?
Actually, you're gonna load my pipe, and he points at Blanche. He says, "And you give me a beer."
I love this guy.
Ooh.
You load my
Is
pipe.
it
Give me this
possible-
axe. Oh gosh, this thing's as heavy as a 2x4.
Is it possible we could switch jobs? Because I
Well, thanks to my expertise in the carpentry skill, now I know what a 2x4 is.
can we switch jobs? Oh no.
Fine, go get me a beer. Here.
And he hands his pipe over to Brutalitops and his barrel of pipe weed.
All right, now let me look at these things.
Wait, I thought the opposite. Oh
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, originally he gave you the pipe, but you're like, I want the other job. So he's like, fine, you go give me the beer.
Pipe. And then he's like, okay, we can switch. Then he gave Brutalitas the pipe.
no. Funny story. I actually changed my mind again. Can we just switch back those jobs?
You have to ask him.
Lord seems to work in mysterious ways.
I know, but he's telling me right now to switch with you.
Fine.
What do you casting identify on first?
He'll identify the axe first, and then when the beer gets here, he'll identify the dagger. Is the axe and the dagger, right?
Yeah.
All right. Once they get
And you were picking up some sort of arcane something or other off of these vials, right? You didn't just sell us a bunch of bottles of water. Flavored
No, everything was it was legit. Everything was magic.
And with that,
Except for
everyone,
this thing. I don't know what this thing is yet.
everyone needs to add 2 potions of healing into their inventory now, so we don't forget. Everyone has 2.
Bah.
Do it.
So you said everyone has 2 potions?
2 potions, yes. I feel like I should have gotten an extra one for Cheshire. Can I add an extra one and pay him back for the one he used on me?
I just assumed you were going to give me one of yours.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. You have 3 now, so I bought an extra one for you. I'm taking out of my own personal stash.
all right. So the axe. You see this axe is the hammer marks are forged into it and they're proudly shown. It is a double-bitted short axe. It is obviously a battle axe. But the head has a couple of nicks on the beards of the blade, and the handle is gnarled and twisted through some form of magics you don't know. But on the haft of this axe handle, you see what looks like the indentation of a strong hand was put at the bottom of this handle. and it functions as a magical X, and it will increase the user's strength score while wielding it.
That's very good.
Super nifty.
Does the beer come?
He will come back with the beer.
All right.
Like a platter of beers, and just start passing them out for everyone.
Blanche will take it, smile, pretend to drink it, and dump it
Blanche.
over her shoulder when he's not looking.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. A 5.
He totally sees it.
Oh.
You don't drink water. Suit yourself, more for the trees.
I understand, and I believe I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and thank you so much for this, but unfortunately I can't drink it because of my god, Veratu.
Yeah, I did have one question about that, Blanche. What the hell is a Veratu?
Well, haven't y'all been hearing me when I've been preaching and praying all night very
heard-
loudly?
I've heard you going on about the good Lord, but I don't think I've heard the mention of Veratu until today.
Well, he's the name of my god, something that I did not make up on the spot, and I can only think of a vampire. But
Can I
he
roll
is.
an insight check on her?
Oh my god.
Please do.
How did you meet this Veratu?
Oh, that's a deeply personal and very wondrous tale that I have to tell you at a later date because I'm just filled with emotions. But I remember wishing as a child for something to bless me, and I was, and I became his preacher and voice.
You're hearing voices in your head? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
He is not a voice in my head. He is the one. He is a true God. He is my God. He is the goddess of God.
Did you hear him in your head?
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord, thank you. Sometimes I hear him like he's the wind coming in, or sometimes he talks to me through the fire, the rain. He is everywhere.
She's gonna gesture to Brutalitops to bring that tray of beers over. she's gonna put one in each hand, chug one down, and then start to sip up the second.
Beers for beers.
Bah.
I think we did a good bounty today, guys. We got some goods, and we'll get a good rest tonight at what? I don't know, what time is it? Is it like midday, late day?
I'd say it's getting into the evening.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll find a good spot to rest, and tomorrow we're gonna find us a ship.
Plus, if we stay in that inn, we might be able to pluck some of those ungrateful sinners.
Well, you know, I mean, as long as you're not preaching all night, because I am hoping to get a good rest tonight. It's been a little bit of a rough day. It's been a while since someone one-upped me in a duel. I mean, granted, there was 4. You know, I feel like that was just, But yeah, I just need to reflect on that for a minute. But yeah, no, you do your Vitruvius talk downstairs, and just don't wake me up. Okay.
I shall try.
Okay. We did good, guys. We got rid of our bounce. I need to erase that from my head.
Hey, so does I take it Blanche doesn't want a staff of healing?
She's the only one that can use it.
Oh, it's bard, cleric, or druid. I didn't realize it wasn't wizard. Ah, yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, she can't use it. She's a warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were a bard.
Yeah, it's bard, cleric, or druid.
Want a refund?
Oh, that's a shame.
Why would you give-
You're gonna have to give it to Penala.
I'll add a caveat. A servant of Aratu, one who brings the flames.
Oh shit.
Because she specifically brought it out because of you.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, she'll take.
Oh god.
Of course. I know.
Seriously thought you were a bard when I pulled that up. I was like, oh yeah, this is
Blanche
perfect for her.
giveth and
But
Blanche
Penala's a
taketh
bard. Oh my
away.
god, I'm getting your characters mixed up.
Are you saying that my Penala voice and my Blanche voice are distinct? No.
No, I just forgot you were a warlock.
No, that's completely
Are any
fair.
of you guys listening to the Glass Cannon podcast?
Those?
Okay, never mind. They just ran into an area of their adventure where the priests are like worshiping an evil god who makes them like cut off fingers to receive healing. I just had an image in my head. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just sort of flash.
We're gonna be in the middle of battle, and Blanche is gonna be like, "You want me to heal you? Then you better repent. Repent for your sins. Thank
Ooh.
God. I'll heal you."
No, she'll do it. She'll do it. That means she can be. Oh my god. Yes, she'll take it. Oh man. Oh yeah.
And this is why the rules say what they say. So warlocks can't do this to you.
I think it's fun. So are you casting Identify on the dagger?
Yeah, once the beer gets there.
Beer's passed
Yeah.
around. People
Yeah,
sit at the
we've been
table.
drinking. We've been
Blanche
drinking.
has her water. And you cast your identification magic. And as the spell is cast, your hands begin to sear with pain.
Oh hell yeah.
The
man.
runes on the blade that form the flames begin to start glowing red. And the one word that comes to mind while looking over this dagger is apocalypse. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was the word? What was the word? I didn't hear it.
Apocalypse.
Oh, good. Good. We need another one of those.
Oh my god. Yes.
I think you did.
What you do know, though, from identifying features is that when you roll a 20 with this weapon, the target takes an immense amount of fire damage on a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Yari would be proud.
Oh my god.
Now I just want to see if Blanche is going to use it. She was compelled to use it.
I am. I have to. I'm a servant of the Lord. I follow his words.
So, Blanche, the Staff of Healing requires attunement as well as the Apocalypse Dagger.
Apocalypse dagger. Okay. When she has the time, she'll start attuning to it.
You can do that over the night.
All right.
As for your other items, the battle axe requires attunement by a barbarian.
If only we had one of them. Oh, wait a minute.
What the hell else did I give you guys?
One shield, lots of healing potions, scrolls, and potions.
Yeah. So +1 shield, no attunement, spells and healing potion. So yeah, it's just a straight up +1 shield with a foreign ornate coat of arms emblazoned on it. And then yeah, you got your potions and scrolls.
I'm just gonna add Ice Storm to my spell book.
Oh my.
So that's an Arcana check, right? Oh wait, no.
No.
I
It's
can
just
do
gold.
it, and
just
it
so
costs.
Yeah, you
gold
just have to
for-
cost.
yeah.
And it costs half because it's an evocation spell.
Right. So that's normally, was it 250?
50 per level, right?
Yeah, 50 per level.
Night Ben!
Not bad.
Not
So
everybody.
it'd be 100 gold to
Night.
transcribe it.
Bye, man.
So if we have that in the funds, I don't know. I don't have any gold.
The Duke will
Then
pay
I guess
up. He didn't buy anything.
I guess he'll hold on to it until he has money to do that.
How much do you need to do that?
100.
100 gold.
I'll give you 100 gold.
Done.
You guys all helped save my life.
What was the other scroll?
Dancing
Dancing
lights.
lights.
He'll just hold on to that one.
If you want to add it to your cantrips, I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Won't say no to that.
That's fine. You can. I'm all for wizards having more cantrips. It's cool.
Well, I had lots of fun. I apologize for being late earlier. But I'm happy because I'm getting my book, my notebook tomorrow. I'll send you guys a picture because it literally looks like the best captain journal in the world. So I'll send you guys a picture when I get it, and I'll actually be able to put notes in it before she dies next week.
Is anyone a particularly poor climber? Take the potion of climbing.
I found those little flippers. Oh my
You
gosh.
cast fly. Screw your potion of climbing.
Brutalitas is gonna hold on to the potion in gaseous form if everyone's cool with that.
That sounds good.
Oh, I just saw what you sent me, Nick, and I was like, why the hell?
Oh yeah,
did
that's
you
gonna be
send
my
me
familiar.
That? And then I read up a couple of posts. And I was like, oh, that's why. It's like,
Yeah, because
I'm
I
gonna
have
randomly-
find familiar, and I was like, oh, I need a familiar.
Yeah, I gotcha.
The Apocalypse Dagger is scary.
What do you mean?
Right? Isn't that what Blanche got? I looked it up and Jesus.
Well, you don't know what apocalypse dagger I chose and decided to make.
Okay, because just looking at the base, I'm like, oh no.
Did you look on D&D Beyond?
I looked on D&D Beyond, yes.
Well, now he's gonna
It's gonna be
change
fun.
it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Lucas.
Oh, no. It's fine. You're attached to that dagger now, so...
Oh no. Oh my
Try for
god.
yourself.
Prepare yourself!
It just the base of oh man.
It's gonna be a fun item, I think. I mean, how often are you gonna crit with that, right?
Oh god. Oh man.
Okay, guys, I have to call it, but I had a lot of
Alright,
fun. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.